I know you're waiting for it. We can't both ignore it. I know it's important. We should make accordance. I know you're waiting for it. We can't both ignore it. I know it's important. We should make accordance.
Okay, that must be jelly, cause you don't shake like that. I'm tryna ruin your life, sweetie, no cap, that's facts. I'ma tell you the truth, you the living proof. I'm talking to 7 like she from heaven, intangible. Dog, she got that type of vibe that'll make you wanna cry. Put your pride to the side, cause your feelings hard to hide. Blessing like you hella shy, she gon' understand, cause you nothing like them other guys. This type of feeling is hard to find. It'll kill you if you even try. But luckily, Cupid shot me at the right time. I just wanna protect you, never neglect you. And ain't no need to make you mine, cause I already had you before I even met you. It's like, damn. Fuck Casanova, Umbrella, Romeo, and Juliet. They knock us down, but we get up. You my lady at Macbeth. I taught you how not to give up. The 12th night was a thriller. Othello could never get us. See?
I know you're waiting for it. We can't both ignore it. I know it's important. We should make accordance. I know you're waiting for it. We can't both ignore it. I know it's important. We should make accordance. I know you're waiting for it. We can't both ignore it. I know it's important. We should make accordance. I know you're waiting for it. We can't both ignore it. I know it's important. We should make accordance.
Okay, that must be jelly, cause you don't shake like that. I'm tryna ruin your life, sweetie, no cap, that's facts. I'ma tell you the truth, you the living proof. I'm talking to 7 like she from heaven, intangible. Dog, she got that type of vibe that'll make you wanna cry. Put your pride to the side, cause your feelings hard to hide. Blessing like you hella shy, she gon' understand, cause you nothing like them other guys. This type of feeling is hard to find. It'll kill you if you even try. But luckily, Cupid shot me at the right time. I just wanna protect you, never neglect you. And ain't no need to make you mine, cause I already had you before I even met you. It's like, damn. Fuck Casanova, Umbrella, Romeo, and Juliet. They knock us down, but we get up. You my lady at Macbeth. I taught you how not to give up. The 12th night was a thriller. Othello could never get us. See?
I know you're waiting for it. We can't both ignore it. I know it's important. We should make accordance. I know you're waiting for it. We can't both ignore it. I know it's important. We should make accordance. I know you're waiting for it. We can't both ignore it. I know it's important. We should make accordance. I know you're waiting for it. We can't both ignore it. I know it's important. We should make accordance.
Okay, that must be jelly, cause you don't shake like that. I'm tryna ruin your life, sweetie, no cap, that's facts. I'ma tell you the truth, you the living proof. I'm talking to 7 like she from heaven, intangible. Dog, she got that type of vibe that'll make you wanna cry. Put your pride to the side, cause your feelings hard to hide. Blushing like you hella shy. She gon' understand, cause you nothing like them other guys. This type of feeling is hard to find. It'll kill you if you even try. But luckily, Cupid shot me at the right time. I just wanna protect you, never neglect you. And ain't no need to make you mine, cause I already had you before I even met you. It's like, damn. Fuck Casanova, Umbrella, Romeo, and Juliet. They knock us down, but we get up. You my lady at Macbeth. I taught you how not to give her. The 12th night was a thriller. Othello could never get us. See?
I know you're waiting for it. We can't both ignore it. I know it's important. We should make accordance. I know you're waiting for it. We can't both ignore it. I know it's important. We should make accordance. I know you're waiting for it. We can't both ignore it. I know it's important. We should make accordance. I know you're waiting for it. We can't both ignore it. I know it's important. We should make accordance.
Okay, that must be jelly, cause Jen don't shake like that. I'm tryna ruin your life, sweetie, no cap, that's facts. I'ma tell you the truth, you the living proof. I'm talking to 7 like she from heaven, intangible. Dog, she got that type of vibe that'll make you wanna cry. Put your pride to the side, cause your feelings hard to hide. Blushing like you hella shy. She gon' understand, cause you nothing like them other guys. This type of feeling is hard to find.
Hey, roll call, baby. How is Bobby the dog? Hey, Retta. Hey, sweetie. Hey, my goddaughter, Dior. Hey, Stephanie Love from up above. Hey, my sissy. Hey, my sissy. Hey, brown girl Bella. Hey, DJ Nashville. Hey, Miss Leo. Miss Leo, I'm telling you, you better be glad the weather is nice, okay? You better be glad the weather is nice. And hold on. Happy birthday to your daughter. Happy birthday to your daughter. I'm hoarse, but happy birthday to your beautiful daughter. Happy birthday to her. Yay! Tell her to enjoy herself, baby, and have a beautiful, good time for her B-Day. Hi, Unapologetically Black. How are ya? Deborah, how you doing? Leslie, how are you? Linda, hey. Chance, what's going on? Journey, hey. Daphne. Alexis. Hey, peace and love, Boondy Fee. It's Bella. Hey, it's Bella. Well, baby. Mama. Oh, my. Oh, my. I'm telling you. I'm telling you. Well, I guess a lot of you probably have seen this video, but we're going to show it again, and we're going to do an open panel. Hey, Nettie, we're going to do an open panel about this because we've been really, really talking about mental health because technically this is mental mental awareness month. Since last month, this month before, it's been mental health awareness. And like I was telling you guys before, That's been in her all her life. So if y'all want people want to sit there and go back and forth and you ain't arguing her, you ain't none of that's gonna happen. Hey Paula, you ain't arguing her. Oh, tell her I said she more than welcome with her beautiful self. But you just better be glad the weather's nice. Now I don't know what it's gonna be tomorrow, Miss Leo. But you enjoy yourself. Y'all enjoy yourselves. Right. But that's why people want to go back and forth. I'm like, for what? She's in the mind state that she's in. But we're gonna get to this. We're gonna start this thing off, and I'm also gonna have an open panel. I mean, you could either talk about her, or you could just talk about mental illness in general. Is either or. But this video is credited to Mr. Seandavieway. I'm telling you, them unexpected videos, them unexpected interviews is something else, baby. It throws you off. It throws you off. But it does happen. It does happen. So let's check this out. Let's see what the sister and the cousins have to say. And I will say they were really honest. And being that I guess this wasn't an unexpected video, he couldn't get the questions out or could think of questions that he may have wanted to ask. So hopefully, they will come on another channel so we can get to ask more questions. But let's set this off.
Who is that? That's okay. This person, I'm kicking you because I don't know who you are. But if you want to explain who you are.
Hey, Kimberly.
But other than that, I'm going to remove this and I'm going to bring up, hello, Lachelle. How are you?
Hey, how you doing? This is her daughter, and Lachelle's right here. Let me put her on the phone.
Okay. Hi.
Exactly. Because some people.
Okay, so I can't.
I mean to cut it off, but some people, I don't know. I saw that, then I took my, y'all know I took my nap. But some people was like, oh, they shouldn't have said this, they should have said that. And I'm like, no, I think they was good and honest. I think they said most is what they could tell. I don't think they messed up. But you know how it is with different content creators. They're going to find a problem, I guess, with everything. I don't know. Well, let's go.
I can't hear you.
You can't hear me?
Oh, I can hear you now.
Okay. Hi, welcome to the show. Hello, Lachelle.
Hey, Shay.
We love you. We don't have any issue with you on the side, no side. I'm like, what is he talking about? We love Sean.
Well, see, this is the thing. This is why I've never said anything negative. Now, you, Lachelle, I know that you and I have been speaking to a mutual party that has been speaking to the both of us. And I knew you didn't have a problem.
Hey, man, Scope.
I don't know, Lachelle. She has no issue with you. As far as I've heard, she's only said good things. She's appreciative that you have been helping out with Sam, and their mom, and whatnot. So I'm like, okay, cool. So that's why I said at the beginning of the live, I know there's certain people for a fact that I know weren't saying anything negative, and you were one of those people. So I just wanted to clarify that before we start the show.
Yeah. No, she trying to help the situation. Because we actually know exactly what's going on.
Introduce yourself. Yeah, this is Jamie and Jasmine. We are her nieces.
Hi, Jamie and Jasmine.
Hey, Sean. How you doing?
I'm good.
Nobody in the family have an issue with you. So I don't know what type of narrative, whoever is giving that off, no one has an issue with nobody. Aunt Jackie is grown. She makes her own decisions. If she wants to go to jail 150 times, that's on her. We've been trying to help sis for the longest. It's not like we really just sitting back here and not doing nothing. We've been talking to my grandma and them all morning. My mom is straight. She come into Philly.
But you can't help somebody who's paranoid. Like,
right.
It's always going to be someone else. Everyone else is the issue because she needs a psychiatrist. So you can't help her. So people saying, like, Shelly, you need to do more. We've been trying, but there's not much that we can do. Our hands are pretty much tied. It's a dead end. So now, being as though she's locked up, we're about to take, the proper steps in order to get my grandma straight, Sammy straight, because it's just messy.
Yeah. Well, I did talk to Sam, and Sam did say that he was going to be parting and going, to stay with his father, and that he did say that he was speaking to his Aunt Shelly,
He has no choice. Yeah, he has no choice at this point because
Right.
it's like we literally just had this conversation when she was in the mental hospital, and I kept telling him, I'm like, Sammy, what are you and Legina gonna do if she gets locked up again? Don't nobody at that house got money for real. It's only my grandma and my aunt Jackie. She has control over everything.
She's not getting bonded out.
So it's like, you know,
but we gonna let y'all talk to Shelly because me and Jamie talk too much, and y'all will get
No, y'all fine. Y'all
hot
fine.
tea, okay?
I want to hear from
Y'all
all
get
of
the
you.
pipe of
I
hot
want to hear
tea,
from all of you.
Cause y'all will get the pipe of hot tea because Jackie got me fucked up. I'm gonna let you talk to Shelly for your ghetto. Okay.
oh my God, Sean, I'm sorry. I apologize.
It's okay. No, I'm just glad to hear that you guys are doing what you need to do to
Oh,
get
yeah.
your mother to where you are. And
Well,
that's
you have to understand, this is the thing. My mother is so brainwashed by my sister. You know, her whole thing is we can't leave Shreveport without Jackie. We need to know Jackie's not coming home anytime soon. When she comes home, we'll deal with it.
Yeah.
But right now, you have to leave. You know.
So you're going to bring her to where you are. And I was talking to Sam, and Sam said your mom wants to stay there, but how Sam was explaining this to me, it's just like she's not staying. Of course, she wants to, but she's not.
Well, they don't have proper ID.
But my
They
mom,
don't.
my mom is also mentally
Can you
ill.
please?
It's a cult.
Oh my
It's a
Jesus
cult.
Christ!
Like she has no choice
Can you
either.
please, Jasmine?
Because she gotta go.
She has to leave.
She gotta go. That's it.
She's
That's
going
it.
back to.
Hold up. Let's check these likes. Let's check these likes. Let's get these likes up. Can we get these likes up, please? Hey, Charles. Yep, she done locked up again. Hey, Christelle, welcome. Spice, welcome. Come on, God, you got to get these likes up. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. That's right. Hit the like. Hit the like so we can move on. So we can move on. And then you said mother is mentally ill too. That's why she likes to stay around Jaguar. That's why we need like 10 more likes. We need 9 likes. We need 9 likes. That's why she likes to stay around Jaguar. Because they like to stay at people with mental illness, allegedly, even though they are saying it. I don't want to get in no trouble. Hey, Unique. We need 7 likes. We need just 7 more likes so we can move forward. 3 more, just 3 more, just 3 more. 2, just 2, just 2. One more. We just need one, just one. There we go. Whoever hit that last like, thank you so much. Hey, Ghost Rider. Jag is going to go ballistic on a whole new level when she gets out. It's going to be all alone. Some content, yes, maybe controversial. Let them know, let them know, let them know.
Philly. They're both going to go. They're going to have to take a bus. Cut it because they don't have proper ID. I'm sorry. Please forgive my children.
No, you're fine. So yeah, that's what I was asking earlier, because he was saying that they were leaving by bus, and I asked him too. I'm like, well, can I help you guys out with a flight? Like, do they need any help?
No,
and he said no, because they just don't have IDs.
They don't have ID. Yeah, and then I'm going to fly out to Philly and take it from there. So
Okay.
yeah, that's the plan.
I'm so relieved to hear that you were going to do that.
Absolutely.
Thank God.
It's been difficult. It's not that the family doesn't care, but we've been through this. We've been through this. You know, I didn't want the family to give the interview to Tasha K, but we felt like somebody needs to speak up, you know. And now
So
here
did
we
you
are
feel
again,
like
5 years later, 4 years later, here we are again.
so did you feel like your mom was, you know, manipulating your mother and whatnot to stay where she is, like with Jaguar?
You said, do I think that Jackie was manipulating my mother to say?
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay.
She wants her.
Absolutely.
She wants her money.
What do you
and
mean?
That's what.
Absolutely.
That's what people fail to
I
realize.
mean, you know, and I hate, yeah, my sister, as much as I love her, we have this relationship. She likes to blame everyone for her problems. And so she blames me for so much. She blames me. The biggest cut, and this has been the biggest cut in our relationship, when her son was murdered. She wanted to blame me and the family, said it was our fault because we should have kept him from doing the things he was doing. Of course we talked to him, Sean, you know, but here goes my daughter.
I'm sorry, and I just want to clarify on that. Like, Giovanni is my brother, okay? He was raised with us. You know, Jackie didn't raise that boy. That boy was raised with us. Me and him is the same age. You hear me? Yeah. I talk to my brother every damn day. I told him to move to Florida with me. You know what I'm saying? I didn't want him out here doing the shit he was doing. Unfortunately, he wanted to do what he wanted to do. He's a grown man. I'm not going to stop him from doing what and vice versa. You feel me?
Well, it's not even going to stop him. You can't.
I can't stop him. My brother, he wanted to live in Texas. He really wanted to live in Texas. Him and his mom was living right next door to each other at one time, and she never spoke to him at all.
Thank you, Hawaii.
On his birthday, yeah, she said he was dead to her. He literally called me on the day before his birthday, talking about my mom keep looking at me crazy. She won't even say happy birthday to me.
It's a lot to unpack, and it's a very difficult family dynamic.
Yeah.
And you know, everyone is commenting. Everyone is commenting, but they don't really know the background story. So it might look a certain type of way, but it's like unless you were there, you don't know. But on Jackie, she's a very difficult person. You can't reach her. Like I said, she needs medical attention. So that's why we're here to this day.
So the anger that comes from y'all, I'm not gonna say like y'all literally angry, but it sounds like when her name comes up around y'all get pretty upset. Is that because of this like constant back and forth with her? Like,
yes, they do. They get very upset.
It's not even we're upset about the constant back and forth, because we don't go back and forth with her. We don't even talk to her. Yeah. It's just more so everything that has been done, and she's the type of person like you can't talk to her again. She's mentally unstable. So there's no reaching her. So there's no conversations to be had. But this is a result of her crazy ass behavior. Yeah. So now my grandmom, they're stranded somewhere in Louisiana. Sammy's drugged down in the mix. It's just a lot going on. So now, you know, my mom, she's been keeping up. She's watching what's going on, and we're being updated.
Yeah.
The only way we knew what was going on.
Prior to her publicizing everything, we didn't even know. Like, no, she was spiraling out of control because we don't talk to her. She's a difficult person to talk to. It's been like that.
And that's the only reason why
I don't know what happened, but come back. I'll drop the link. I feel it's important to hear how they feel because again, I know people may feel in the chat. I've been seeing a lot of bashing her, come onto YouTube to speak ill of her. But if you've been dealing with someone like Jaguar for so long, I mean, they're entitled to how they feel. They get to feel how they feel. They're frustrated with her. They get to be frustrated with her. Like, I mean, so we got to let them have that. We do. So this is her family, you know. So yeah, she's back. Shout out to Lachelle. Welcome back to the show, Lachelle.
Yeah, I'm so sorry. I think something had happened. She clicked off.
That's the things that she has caused, and it spiraled out of control. Like, it's always been like this. Like, y'all are just now seeing it, but we all know her. Like, her family knows her. So this is just built up years of mental health issues, and now
don't forget, guys, it's an open panel. I put the link in if you got something you want to say. Hey, Deanna, what's up, my baby? I put the link in. Yes, hopefully she feel much better. She should have took a nap. When I told her I was going to take a nap, she should have took that nap. Hey, Sweet Pea.
Hey, my sugar.
Hey, Sweet Pea number 2.
I'm first.
I was just saying hello.
Hey, Alexis. What you
Hey.
got? Hey, my baby.
Yeah, that's that. Was basically what I've been saying all along.
But you
She's.
know what, sugar?
Mm-hmm.
Everybody, and I'm going to say allegedly, everybody in the world knows YouTube.
Mm-hmm.
And this woman's going to sit here and say that they didn't know this was going on. Everybody's on YouTube. She's been on YouTube for how long? 4 years, maybe, Alexis? Y'all know this, you, Sugar, and Alexis. Y'all know more than me. How long she been on YouTube?
Well,
Yep, you're right. About 3-4 years.
I
Okay.
know she took a break,
Yeah.
but
She
I
did.
remember when I first started doing her when she first started coming out, and I was covering Jaguar. So that's like 3.5 years ago, and then she went mum. Then she came back out, but as beautiful Jim says, she was thinking the same thing. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Okay, I'm gonna be on mute.
No, finish what you were saying.
I mean, I just don't understand why they're saying they don't know this, that because we don't talk to her. That don't mean anything because you don't talk to her. But my
Right, you
thing
can
is
still
this:
see it.
did you talk to your mother because you don't talk to her?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's rather confusing to me. So I'm gonna continue to listen and take notes.
I'm gonna continue to listen too, right? I know y'all about to snap on me. I know it, okay? But it's just this one thing, because I'm on the same page with y'all, okay? Now it's the time to release, because when you really think about it, I would rather her be dealing with the issues and having a long break than be hurt or killed, or, I'm sorry,
Unalive,
killed,
unalive.
unalive. Her be hurt or unalived, or having unalived somebody else. You know, it was a lot. It was really hard to keep seeing. So it was only one of 3 ways this was going to end. So I guess that we can really thank God that, it ended in a safe manner. But at the same time, it's like bittersweet, because,
Yes,
like, dang, man.
I agree.
Because just imagine, like, what if some of the family members just like, now I know for a fact, and I don't care what nobody say, I'm standing in my truth. These are facts that we can look up. Okay.
Okay.
Her family members have been on Bad Girls Club. Okay.
That's the
Mother
niece.
too.
Allegedly, I guess.
No, these
No,
are
her
facts.
niece.
I'm not
Her
allegedly.
niece is on bad. The one that you're gonna hear in the back,
Mm-hmm.
she's in the bad
Bad
girls.
Girls Club. So
Okay.
there is some of the family that does this, desire fame. There's some of the family that
Uh,
does desire that. But Aunt Jackie's the only one that actually had it, and she tossed it over. You know what I mean? Like an outside looking in, a person who want to be famous in the family see that this person is famous because they have a voice, but then they see them like completely wreck their career. You know what I'm saying? They may start to feel like, they don't deserve the career. I know I need to. I'm thinking too deep, but I'm gonna get this off my chest, and then I'm gonna come back to reality. Okay? They
it's
just
okay.
imagine that. You know what I'm saying? Like, cause she did just toss over her music career. She had put out 3 good albums, but nobody ever heard about them or anything like
No,
that.
no, no, no. That'd be certain age brackets because our age brackets heard of her.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
So,
Well,
like,
yeah.
so
I know her
she's
music,
new to
but
the this like
right,
like for the when she
right.
we
But
all
she
knew
was hot
that.
when she was right.
Hey, cocaine. Hey,
Yeah.
Marcy. Hey,
Everybody said
LA.
that, but
Siren. Yeah.
everybody says that, but I do know her music, so yes, to me she did pretty decent as a singer, but what I'm saying is, like, I don't know, y'all, just to get completely to my point, the only one little problem I had was just the excitement of it all. That's all. How excited they was when she was, Aunt Jackie got smoked with me. It didn't feel like love. I just wanted to feel like love.
Well, listen, everybody how they feel, how they perceive it is how they feel. I perceive it as, being that this has been going, she has been mentally ill for so long. So sometimes when you tired, you just tired. You don't
That's true.
you don't sat there, you don't tore this family upside down. And then it's also a lot of things. Like one thing that they said was done to her, which we would let that go. You know, a lot of things containing like the father, but I don't know if that was the reason that made her get that way. Was she born that way? But how I get of it is, even if they didn't see her hair from, they tired of her ass. Like we don't want to see. We don't want to see nothing. But according to the mother or brother, I mean the mother, not Sam. But now you know, as we see, I'm gonna eat my phone. Yeah, but according to the them, you know, Sam lived with them. So again, I keep telling you, Sam was pushed somewhere everywhere. Sam was pushed everywhere. And then, you know, even though the father, as they say, is making good money now, but it wasn't then that your son was living with.
He did meet him in a drugstore.
From here. But at some point, shit, I'm sorry. If it was me, I'm not getting sick with you. I'm not getting sick with you. You causing havoc, and you cause havoc everywhere you go, and you vengeance. Like vengeance is not the Lord when it comes down to vengeance is Jackie's. You understand?
Right.
So
she got a God
at
complex.
some point, you got to be like, well, hold up. Now I got to live my life. And I can't do this. So I absolutely get that. Like they said, they love her and everything, but you don't know if she's gonna burn your door down or kick your door down. Denise even said she got mad at Denise one time and took a 24-hour ride to her house.
Wait a minute.
Yeah, girl. But we're gonna let that go. We're gonna let y'all gonna.
Yes, I'm gonna be quiet. Let it roll. I ain't see it, so go ahead.
That's why I said, LA, you are 100% right too. There is no wrong thought or no wrong answer. There is no wrong thought or no wrong answer. If y'all could say she's evil and she from heck, hey, if y'all say, you know, but psychop can be permanent. So I hope Jag accepts it. Psychosis. Yeah, psychosis. Yeah. But again, some people don't like to take their medication. Some people don't like to take the medication. And that's why I was saying before, I think that should be, I'm not saying we already know, yes, you can't force them. You can't do this. But my thing is, how many times can somebody get arrested? Or how many outbursts do we need before the state takes control for real? And I'm not talking about until they go full throttle. You understand? Like, what do they say? Okay, this is your third time here. We're going to check your medicine levels. We're going to check this. We're going to check that. If it's not up in here, you're doing 3 months in this mental house. Straight up. I mean, if they could do it to regular people, if you could do it to regular people, hey, say Huston, yeah, they damn tired, sure. But you could do it to regular people and regular people who commit crimes. What about these? They still know right from wrong. Even though their mind works differently and they don't have no accountability, because what they doing, they know it ain't right, but it's still a thought process. It's still a thought process. Hey, St. Hudson, what's up, baby? But we'll carry on with this. And like I said, these are tips that you got to imagine. This is your own family. Sometimes you got to get away from them too. Shoot, if it's toxic, it's toxic, period.
She's just losing it. Yeah. But honestly, you know, y'all not gonna like what I'm about to say, but I'm kind of glad that she's locked up, because now maybe she can, you know, sober up and maybe get the help that she needs.
Yeah.
Hey, Maya.
So when you say you're glad, it's more so for her safety. You're glad,
right? For her safety, right? Of course, we don't want anything to happen to her, but the way that she's moving out here in these streets, the things that she's accusing people of, and you know, just how crazy she is on live and throwing my cousin's ashes on somebody, like.
Yeah. How did y'all feel about that when y'all saw that?
For yourself? Huh?
How did you feel when you saw that?
Oh my gosh.
I'm not gonna hold you.
I've never seen nothing like that in my life.
I've never seen nothing like that, and just knowing the
Hey,
situation,
Melody,
and the relationship,
welcome.
and the dynamic they had, it really upset me.
It was
to the point where my brother's best friends and the people he grew up with were, they don't really bang with my Aunt Jackie because she didn't bang with him. We were upset. We were crying. That was crazy to me. I never seen no shit like that in life. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So it's just like, ain't nobody mad at her. I'm mad at the things that she's doing. I'm mad at the things she's saying. This is the reason why.
That's unforgivable.
Yeah, that's unforgivable.
You don't do that. And if Giovanni if he was here and he just saw it, oh my gosh. Oh my God. He was a very just respectable young man. So it's just he wasn't going for none of that. So it's actually crazy.
That's why he didn't deal with her, because he knew how crazy she was. He knew the shit she could say. That shit is hurtful. The shit that she's saying about people is crazy. All these content creators she's coming for, the family she's coming for, the way she talks about my mom love her sister. I don't care what none of y'all saying in this chat. My mom love her sister. She love her family. You hear me?
Me and my sister, the main ones. We be like, yo,
I be over here telling her, you need to chill. This girl don't bang with you. But this is her sister. This is somebody who she's grown up with. She loves her sister, and she's upset. She be in here crying over this girl. And I'm just like, Mom, at the end of the day, you cannot force a relationship she don't want. It is what it is. She needs mental help.
But also when you're so delusional and crazy to the point where you're making it seem like all of your issues that you cause is everyone else's fault. So it's like, what are you talking about? Even when Giovanni, when he passed, she literally called us and she blew up it's y'all fault and just screaming and saying the most terrible things. And I'm just like, when are you going to
let's talk about Goomber, as you call him, Goomber.
Hey, Tracy.
This nigga calls me up talking about if you ever step foot in the state of Texas, you or your 3 kids.
I gotta mute. I have to mute that part out.
I wish you guys was talking.
Sorry, God, I done touched the wrong thing.
My brother, okay, he was raised with us.
Mm-hmm.
And, Aunt Jackie didn't raise that boy. That boy was raised with us. Me and him is the same age. You hear me? Yeah. I talk to my brother every damn day. I done went back. I meant to just press mute because he says the pop, but people gotta realize too. One thing you don't hear. Hey, Queen, can I just say that CC did a chess move? No, technically they was talking about him. So are you, hey, Nene, baby, are you seeing my chat? No, I just saw you just now. The thing is moving. I'll back up. Sugar, did you notice that she called the officers asking if they were looking for her? She thought it was going to be fun like the other officer from the eviction. No, she knew that they was coming to get her. She knew. And at that point, she knew it was time to go. That's just how I feel. If you look at her face, the way her whole body language changed. And then she was like, well, give this person a cash app, give Kimmy the cash app. Then she said, I'm going for a swim. When she went for that swim, she knew they was coming. And then she put that headband on out of nowhere. Come on, you in the pool. She put that scarf, we call it scarf, y'all call it bandana, whatever the heck. She put that scarf, she wrapped that scarf around her head because she knew she was going. She knew it was time. It's not but so much more running she could have did and be online at the same time. She could have did a lot of running, but she's online all the time. And she could not get off social media is another form of a drug. Social media is another form of a drug. So she couldn't just lay in the cut when she could have just went to the daggone bond anyway. She could have went to the bond. She should have went to court. Yeah, she needs serious help, Unique. And don't forget, guys, what are my likes looking like? Let's get these likes up. I have 2 family members I love from afar because of toxicity. It's too much for me to digest. Yeah, Patricia. Yeah. Why didn't it come out the whole time Jag was blasting them?
I don't know why they didn't come out. I know they came out. I don't know, because like when she was blasting them before, think about it. If somebody in your family always constantly blasting you because they have mental issues, or some people will come out, some people just like move on with their lives and they pay it no mind because they've been through this forever. Jackie would have had no teeth. She had been in my family. They should have been asked for over Jackie's years ago in POL. Well, the mother, if they claim the mother has the right state of mind, right? If the mother wants to go and stay with her daughter, she's going to do that, you know. And far as like her not having no teeth, at that point, when you're dealing with a mentally ill person, you're going to now become mentally ill because it's going to become tit for tat, tit for tat, tit for tat. So you're the one that's got all your P's and Q's. They don't. So yeah, you make a beat her up, but how many times we see this all the time? They get beat up. That don't still stop them from doing what they do. And if she's coming with vengeance, now you got to think about what she's going to do back to you. Then you got to think about what you're going to do back to her. So now y'all become each other.
And of course, we don't know if Jackie is bullying her family because they say that. So now you don't believe one, but you turn around and believe the other. That's called discernment when you don't.
She was talking to the, I read that already. Jack is dissimilar to many artists who are trouble. Yes, it's how it is managed or converted into productiveness. She's the niece almost slipped, but I already know she's blackballed till she can't be blackballed no more. And we already discussed that the other day. So she's beyond blackballed. So and a lot of things may be disturbing, yes. And we may not like. I can believe Jack bullied them. Jack publicly bullies though. I mean, hey, Occupy, it's the same reason why several celebrities don't come out to say anything. Why? What's the point? She's just gonna keep going. Maya, you are confusing me. Seems like you're changing back and forth. I'm losing. See, you shouldn't be confused unapologetically of how somebody feel. Like somebody can feel this way. See, that's the problem. This is not group thinking. This is however how you feel thinking. You know? Exactly. This is like nobody should confuse you on how they feel, because it's like you're saying, well, who you on my side or their side, like we agreeing together. No, if she feel like that's not, yes, well, you got to explain. That's why she said I'm not pro or against. Like me, I'm not pro or against. But justice, the only justice would be if she get on the meds. But when she get on the meds, she can't put on a show. Remember, all of this is a show. If she's on that meds, she cannot put on a show. If she does not put on a show, whomever's watching her cannot. They have nothing to watch. But one thing they did not say, that they said they don't like how she talks to her mother. Nobody never said she put her hands on anybody. You can hear a lot of despicable stuff that she have said and things that she could do, but nobody. One thing you did not hear is she ever put her hands on her mother or her kids or whatever. Like even with her son, he was out there doing whatever he was doing. Maybe Jackie Now I'm calling her Jackie. Maybe Jag didn't approve of it. She saw the way his life was going. We don't know. And then just like they cut her off, maybe the life that her son was living, she cut him off. Y'all got to think about it like that too. Even the cousin said he out there doing his thing. So if he out there doing his thing, she probably figured until you get out that life, I ain't messing with you. Same rule applies. That same rule will go there. So the Lone Star don't play. I digress. I'm not the investor to argue. Girl, ain't no argument. Hey, Bobby, what's up, baby? I can't see. When I can't see. I don't know what Nene. I don't know. Where you at, Nene? I can't see you no more. I'm just trying to separate a mother who doesn't want to leave Jag. She is not scared of Jag. She loves Jag and knows she needs her. Oh, I thought we couldn't see you. All right, you here.
Day, I told him to move to Florida with me. You know what I'm saying? I didn't want him out here doing the shit he was doing. Unfortunately, he wanted to do what he wanted to do. He's a grown man. I'm not going to stop him from doing what and vice versa. You feel me?
Well, it's not even going to stop him. You can't.
I can't stop him. My brother, he wanted to live in Texas. He really wanted to live in Texas. Right next door to each other at one time, and she never spoke to him at all. Okay. On his birthday, yeah, she said he was dead to her. He literally called me on his the day before his birthday, talking about my mom keep looking at me crazy. She won't even say happy birthday to me.
It's a lot to unpack, and it's a very difficult family dynamic.
Yeah.
And
no, we know the dynamic. We need at least 10 likes. We need at least 10 likes. Come on, let's get these 10 likes. 100 of you don't have to push it, but I need 10 of you guys to push it. We got enough in here to get over 100 likes. Hey, Linda, welcome. Can we get 10 likes? Can we get 10 likes? Come on, 10 likes, 10 likes, 10 likes. Uh-oh, just 10. I'll take 8. Let's go. 7. We only need 7. We only need 7. Hey, Amanda, welcome. Stephanie, that's how I feel. They literally laughed it off just because you love somebody. Exactly. We need 4 more likes. Everyone she gets mad at, she will say they're A or SA. Yeah, but the thing is, them are words. Them are words. You know, them are words. Now, she's not violent as if sticks and stones break my bones, she may say some vile things out of her mouth. But they have never said like she bashed somebody in the head or she kicked down door. Like we didn't hear all that. We didn't hear all that. She's not as violent as she has problems. That's her mouth. Some people got a slicker mouth than her. Shoot. Everyone, okay. Thank you guys for the likes. I appreciate it. I'm just reading your comments. She is nonviolent because I don't think she has hands. She probably got the hands, but you know, Jag is verbal. Yeah, she's very verbal because her mouth is vile. Her mouth is her weapon. Her mouth is her weapon. That is her weapon of choice. So The things she say, you know, you're going to hear a lot of vile stuff out of people's mouth. A lot of vile stuff. Don't make it doesn't make it right. It doesn't make it right though to put allegations on people.
You know, everyone is commenting. Everyone is commenting, but they don't really know the background story. So it might look a certain type of way, but it's like unless you were there, you don't know. But on Jackie, she's a very difficult person. You can't reach her. Like I said, she needs medical attention. So that's why we're here to this day.
So the anger that comes from y'all, I'm not gonna say like y'all are literally angry, but it sounds like when her name comes up around y'all get pretty upset.
Wait, I don't get what you're saying. You said her words got tased, kids affected. Who's Taz? Who's Taz? I don't know who that is. Hey, Naughty Nikki, mom feels guilty for sending Jaguar away in her youth. So she's making up for lost time. Well, I think a lot of it comes from how her father treated her and her mother did not protect her. That's what I think it is. As you hear the sister go along, she doesn't go too much into what the father does, but she says one thing that the father done to her. When you do that, when you have hopes and dreams as a child and somebody just crushes it, you know. So I think that's what that is. I don't know for sure. One day she would think she should have put a lid on it, but not now in this state. And her sister has no empathy for. I don't know. I'm not going to say her sister don't have no empathy. I will say, like, ugh. You know, they kept her kids. You know, they did what they could do. But when somebody's out of control, somebody is out of control. Hey, Amanda, I figured her mother was feeling guilty about something. I remember when you, girl. But she threw herself in that boat. Sometimes when you mess with, that's why I say, when you mess with these mentally ill people and you want to spar against them, hey, Sham, you want to spar against them, they, in their mind, they have nothing to lose. They ain't got nothing to lose. You done took your behind down to Philly. You gonna go around her whole family and stuff, which you can do, but you got to be careful when you messing with these mentally ill people. Like, if you can take it, then you can take it. Like, let's go. I ain't worried about it. Some people can manage the mentally ill people. Some people, like, listen, I know you cray. So am I. We're gonna be crazy together. But some people, if you ain't got some cray in you ain't got no business dealing with her, period. That's why Luana was able to deal with her, because they was cray together. I don't want to spare no one with mental illness unwell. I don't want to spar. Yeah. Jack has a disdain for her mother. Like I said, maybe that comes from the father. Just because someone calls CPS on someone, they have to find evidence. Yeah, that is true. So many things, if you haven't swept under your door, don't come trying to clean around no one else's door. Hello, Stephanie, My Life Journey. Welcome. Don't forget, guys, if you are not subscribed to the channel, hit that subscribe. Like right now, hit that subscribe, hit that subscribe, hit that subscribe, baby. That's why I said there's no right answer, there's no wrong answer. You know, because you can't, like, if some people been around mental illness and they feel like, you know, things could have been handled differently, and some people who figure this is like a straight outrage, you can feel like that too. Jag, hey, Unique. Jag has lost touch with reality and her past life traumas. She needs, see, first of all, it's not just the fact that she has past life traumas. She also has been in the industry, which is even, that's a double whammy. That's a double whammy. When you've been in the, when you're already mentally ill and you in this industry and you on that road and you had to do things that you wasn't supposed to do, and then all the things you have seen, and we see it every single day with people that's in this industry. And I'm going to play that another video when this lady was specific. She was from the Pussycat Dolls. She even said they have no life. They tell you when to get up, when to go to sleep, what to eat, who's going to be your boyfriend, who's going to be your girlfriend. It's really crazy. I'm going to definitely go and play that one so you can hear what she had to say. So when you add that to mental illness,
is that because of this like constant back and forth with her? Like,
yes, they do. They get very upset.
Thing is, it's not even we're upset about the constant back and forth because we don't go back and forth with her. We don't even talk to her.
Yeah.
It's just more so everything that has been done, and she's the type of person like you can't talk to her again. She's mentally unstable, so there's no reaching her. So there's no conversations to be had. But this is a result of her.
He did harm her ghostwriter.
Her crazy ass behavior.
Yeah.
So now my grandmom, they're stranded somewhere in Louisiana. Sammy's drugged down in the mix. It's just a lot going on. So now, you know, my mom, she's been keeping up.
Who said past life?
And we're being updated.
Yeah.
The only way we knew what was going on.
Prior to her publicizing everything, we didn't even know. Like,
no,
she was spiraling out of control because we don't talk to her. She's a difficult person to talk to. It's been like that.
And that's the only reason why
I don't know what happened, but come back. I'll drop the link. I feel it's important to hear how they feel because, again, I know people may feel in the chat. I've been seeing a lot of bashing her, come onto YouTube to speak ill of her. But if you've been dealing with someone like Jaguar for so long, I mean, they're entitled to how they feel. They get to feel how they feel. They're frustrated with her. They get to be frustrated with her. Like, I mean, so we got to let them have that. We do. So this is her family, you know. So she's back. Shout out to Lachelle. Welcome back to the show, Lachelle.
Yeah, I'm so sorry. I think something had happened. She clicked off.
It's the things that she has caused, and it spiraled out of control. Like, it's always been like this. Like, y'all are just now seeing it, but we all know her. Like, her family knows her. So this is just built up years of mental health issues, and now she's just losing it.
Yeah.
But honestly, you know, y'all not gonna like what I'm about to say, but I'm kind of glad that she's locked up because now maybe she can, you know, sober up and maybe get the help that she needs.
Yeah. So when you say you're glad, it's more so for her safety. You're glad
for her safety, right? Of course, we don't want anything to happen to her, but the way that she's moving out here in these streets, the things that she's accusing people of, and you know, just how crazy she is on live and throwing my cousin's ashes on somebody, like.
Yeah. How did y'all feel about that when y'all saw that?
Yourself? Huh?
How did you feel when you saw that?
Oh my gosh.
I'm not gonna hold you.
I've never seen nothing like that in my life.
I've never seen nothing like that, and just knowing the situation and the relationship and the dynamic they had, it really upset me.
It was
to the point where you know my brother's best friends and the people he grew up with were, you know, they don't really bang with my Aunt Jackie because she didn't bang with him. We were upset. We were crying. That was crazy to me. I never seen no shit like that in life. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So it's just like, ain't nobody mad at her. I'm mad at the things that she's doing. I'm mad at the things she's saying. This is the reason why.
That's unforgivable.
Yeah, that's
like,
unforgivable.
You don't do that. And if Giovanni was, if he was here and he just saw it, like, oh my gosh. Oh my God. Like, he was a very just respectable young man. So it's just like, yeah, he wasn't going for none of that. Like, so it's actually crazy.
That's why he didn't deal with her, because he knew how crazy she was. He knew the shit she could say. That shit is hurtful. The shit that she's saying about people is crazy. All these content creators she's coming for, the family she's coming for, the way she talks about my mom love her sister. I don't care what none of y'all saying in this chat. My mom love her sister. She love her family. You hear me?
Me and my sister, the main ones. We be like, yo,
I be up here telling her, like, you need to chill. This girl don't bang with you. But this is her sister. This is somebody who she's grown up with. She loves her sister, and she's upset. She be in here crying over this girl. And I'm just like, Mom, at the end of the day, you cannot force a relationship she don't want. It is what it is. She needs mental help.
But also, when you're so delusional and crazy to the point where you're making it seem like all of your issues that you cause is everyone else's fault. So it's like, what are you talking about? Like, even when Giovanni passed, she literally called us and she blew up like, it's y'all fault, and just screaming and saying the most terrible things. And I'm just like, when are you going to
let's talk about Goomber, as you call him.
Goomber.
This nigga calls me up talking about if you ever step foot in the state of Texas.
Yeah, I hope y'all don't mess up again.
The bullet. Yeah. Right to the brain. Yeah. And Jackie backed him up. Jackie told me, you owe me one, bitch. What the fuck you mean by that? I owe you one. You owe me one. You got three. You owe me one.
So like, because her son Giovanni passing away, she's saying y'all owed her one?
Yeah, I owe. Yeah, like what? So you're mad because my three children are alive?
Like, my aunt is so jealous of my mother. She was so upset that her son died. Like, she wants one of us to die. I tell my mom all the time. She's like, I just want to help my little sister. You know, like, maybe we can repair our relationship. I said, Mom, you can never, ever, ever meet up with this woman. After they threatened to put a bullet in all of our heads,
and let me tell you what she did, Sean. This is Jamie, right? So I live in Miami, right?
Did y'all hear that?
24 hours with her dog and threatened me. It had a whole gang. It had a whole gang of Haitians with her. She drove 24. Wait, hold on. She drove 24 hours to come and fight me and threaten me all crazy on Facebook with Goomber.
I seen a comment saying, why we're not getting my grandma. First of all, yeah, we're getting her.
Yes.
By divine intervention. But let me tell y'all right now, Frances, my grandma, she don't want to leave. That is her golden child. She is brainwashed. She's not going anywhere. As long as Jackie is home and out of prison, Frances, she's not going nowhere. There's nothing that anyone can say. My mom, me, my sister, my brother, my aunt, her sisters, there's nothing that anyone can say, period. Yeah. But now Jackie has a way. I don't know what she did to my grandma, but it's always been like this. Y'all would have to know that
somebody loves her
in order to understand why my grandma and my aunt Jackie have the relationship that they do. She has always been her golden child. That was her love child from her marriage. And yeah, she's not willing to leave Jackie. She'll do anything for her. Jackie lives off of her. Let's talk about it. So no, it's not that we don't want to help. Of course we will help. Of course we've been trying to help. But when there's nothing that you can do because she doesn't want to go. My grandma told my mom this morning, she straight up said, she was like, if you buy me a ticket, you're wasting your money.
Yeah.
That's what she said. And we're like, okay, well, how are you
Sam and I, like, she was saying it's like she's not going anywhere. I'm like,
no, she's scared to leave. She better not dare. Okay, she's scared to leave. Like, and that's just that's a whole different situation that we could touch on, but y'all will be here all day. Okay. Y'all will be here all day. It's just a lot to unpack. And I think it is elder abuse. But I think a lot of people have opinions when they really don't understand, and you won't understand unless you knew us personally, unless you saw what we've seen and the things that we've been through and how we were raised.
Yeah.
But Jackie and my grandma, that is a completely different dynamic. Again, like I said, that it's hard to understand. That is her love child. That is her golden child. Jackie can do no wrong. The reason why Jackie and her son Giovanni had a bad relationship is because they were fighting over my grandma's money. Now, that's the real tea. That's why she was saying, oh, he's dead to me, because she was upset because Giovanni was also a favorite. And Giovanni would get, he would get money from my grandma all the time. He would get money. I don't know what he was doing with it, but regardless, he would get money. So that's what really started to break their relationship, even though they really never had one to begin with.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
But that ruined it because Jackie.
All right, somebody got something to say?
I want to let it finish because you know how I'm gonna let it finish. I'm gonna mute up.
She said, I don't believe Jackie's the only one. Well, Jack, I don't like saying Jackie. I have my own personal reasons for that.
The love child.
I agree. Don't let me say that.
Special. Well, is there jealousy coming from their side because of that?
Well, I think that the golden child is the fact that she said from her marriage, right? So that means that that means that they don't have the same fathers.
Yeah.
So once she got married and then she was the youngest child, they probably felt that, that they're like she lives with Jackie is the one that gets to live with her mother and father.
Okay. Do you think that creates a little bit of jealousy on the inside?
It can.
Especially as a child.
It can.
And then the fact that child can sing really good.
Exactly.
Yeah.
That's what I was getting ready to say. So now she's the golden child and she's talented at the same time. So even though, they say that's about the money now, but when the money was rolling in, like the point is, did it make a difference then when the money was rolling in? Right. Because she wasn't always broke, and she was making money.
Right.
Yeah. Hey, Tracy, Jackie was the ATM for a while.
And her cousin admitted that she likes to buy people's stuff. So I can guarantee you these same people that's talking, I'm telling you, at one point when they were good and Jack was good, I'm sure that she, was good to them. Well, not good to them in let me correct that.
She looked out. At the end of the day, they didn't really have to deal with her too much because she ain't home.
Right.
She on tour. She's here. She's there. Of course, I could deal with you because you're away from me. You far away from me.
And she come there to visit her son. Probably spend some money on her son. Because she has to be on the road, so she can't be with him, and she had him at 16. So, I can imagine that when she comes there to see her son, she has that type of attitude, like she'll do something, huge if she comes back with a lot of money. You know what I'm trying to say? How can I explain this? They said that her son was raised by them. And is that correct?
Yeah.
Okay, so when I'm sure that for her son's birthday, they had to be around each other at some point or involved at some point if he was raised with them. And she did just say just now that they did have a bond. It wasn't like a strong bond, but they did have a bond. And from what I'm gathering, Jag saying you owe me one, that's very, very crazy for her to say. But I guess she blames them for what happened with him. And she was mad when she found out that he was into the streets or something. I don't know. That's why I was saying I want to let her finish. Because it's like, so if y'all raised him, so maybe she's mad at y'all because she feels like y'all let him go down the wrong path. I don't know.
Sometimes you're just mad at the world. Just like I know, like one child that I know, her mother passed. She cut off everybody. It's been like 2 years. She haven't spoken to nobody in the family. Anybody who she think looked at her mother wrong. It's been 2 years now, and she has not. And I mean, literally, and nobody in the family. Hey, Lisa says what? Guys, Lisa, I'm gonna have to check. If you hang on in here, I'm gonna check your numbers for you, beautiful. Because hopefully she could get to 1,000. She has very good content. Hopefully, but I want to finish with this, so I'm not gonna do that right now. I'm not really into making up narratives. No, we didn't make up no narrative. This is what they're saying. We're just commentating on what they're saying.
And I also want to say that we're thinking in real time. Like, I never saw this. I'm watching this right now. So if I do say something wrong, that's why I said let me correct that, because you guys are witnessing my mind like rolling as I'm watching it. So none of these things are a matter of fact or anything. It's just free thought.
At GA Peach, I think I saw that. Just because there could be a lot of people in the world that has been SA, and some people have gotten over that, but you must remember some people can't get over that. So don't say she should have gotten over that, because that's how you're saying it. But some people can get over it and some people cannot get over it, for the state of fact of what is emotional that's coming out of you. And you know how to break that down, because I'm going to say it just like that. I'm on mute.
He felt like he was a threat to what she feels like is rightfully hers for whatever reason. And yeah,
like it's to the point where mom, please don't read the comments. It's to the point where my grandma was actually down here for a little minute or whatever. We was about to get her into like a senior facility, this, that, and the third. As soon as Aunt Jackie called her, I'm talking about she gets on a flight. Mind you, I'm not gonna hold you. She treats my grandma like shit. Like, I don't know what y'all see. I get it, y'all her fans. I got fans. It is what it is. But y'all are like, I'm not even gonna say y'all condoning it. But at this point, she treat my grandma like shit. That's what she do. She take her money. She verbally abuses her. And I know she in there pushing that girl in the crib. She pushing her. Mad crazy. Because that's how she is. She don't like my grandma. Y'all see, she talks about my pop-pop, hi. She love my granddad. But she does not like her mother. Like, that's just kind of what it is.
And so she's a difficult person. She's an extreme narcissist. She used to say all the time, my grandpa was alive, but he was dying from dementia and Alzheimer's. She would say to my grandma all the time, I wish it was you instead. Yeah. And we'd just be looking at her like, what?
Like, be fucking for real. This your mother, bro.
So it's like, y'all are commenting and y'all have no idea what you're even talking about. Like, we're watching it live like you guys every day. The Ashes was it for me. I was done with it then. But we're watching this unfold, and we're watching years of her mentally unstable ass.
Remember, she said they didn't know this?
It's spiraling out of control.
And I do have a question. If we could, while it just hit me.
And no, what you say, baby?
Miss Deanna, you want to go first?
I said, remember, she said they wasn't watching this, but now she turned around and said they have been watching this. All this on YouTube. Remember, she said that in the beginning.
Yep. And my comment would be, because she just said, she's watching it unfold like us and everything. And, they obviously went away from the family when they were in Texas. I'm not saying they did it to get away from the family, guys. I'm not saying that, but they were away. You know what I mean? And I feel like the bump in the road in this whole situation is messing with the wrong man, and also her mental illnesses that do need to be addressed, like whether she was single or not. The same things that were coming out of her mouth, like the venom, it is horrible. I get that. But I feel like, how is it fair for a family that you haven't seen in 5+ years to be able to come take your life over when you in jail? Am I tripping? I'm accepting whatever y'all
at this hold up. At this point, they can't help. They have to.
Yeah.
They have to, because where's the mother and Sam gonna go?
These are facts.
Hey, Poetic Justice, thank you so much for making it rain up in here. I appreciate you. Exactly. Everyone deals with trauma differently. I think she felt like the family betrayed her when they still allowed her abuser to join the family. But he did. But it's not just the fact that he abused her. You're going to hear one thing he did that will break a person's spirit. But it has nothing to do with abuse, but that is a form of abuse too. Now, if she said that, when the father had a dementia or whatever, and then they said that, oh, I wish it was you, and y'all just, at that point, she's younger. And now remember, y'all never said she fought y'all. Y'all never said she busted any of y'all in the head. Y'all never said these things. So y'all allowed her to say that too. See, a lot of things, maybe I don't understand, because I'm not there. I don't know the backstory. Maybe she did tear her house up. I don't know. But you're not going to say you said all these things to my mom, and we was like, what is she saying? Like, Nope. What did you do after that?
Mhm.
You understand what I'm saying?
Because some things that we wouldn't tolerate the same things that everybody different, so it would be a reaction after that. I'm gonna mute up.
My mother was not sexually abused. OSA. I'm so sorry.
Thank
No,
you.
it's fine.
Please.
I just
fix
saw
it.
that in the comment. No, it's too much going around. This was just for clarity, Sean. But this is our daily life. And this is very upsetting. And no one wants to go live with this. Listen, I could have done the interview with Tasha K. I had
Me
a
too.
whole freaking, I took down my social media. Cut it. We already know what Tasha did with y'all. I had to shut down my social media.
They
It
want
was
us to know
too
what happened.
upsetting for me. It was just I couldn't deal with it.
Yeah.
The
And
way
I
he
do want
Let me
to
tell you
me.
put
something.
that out there for the
He
people.
is
But
always
honey,
put the truth out.
that they may do that crap in Texas, which I'm not believing. I'm not believing that. Not saying that that's not happening. But baby, I know in New York, baby, they throw your ass behind. They throw your behind in the cell, and they got another door. They got the cells and the door. They got a plenty of cells. Then they got a door, and they got a cell to itself. They've been through your ass in that last cell, and you can do whatever you want to do because they don't hear you or nothing. So I don't know about that. She driving them crazy, and they
Oh
said
yeah,
talk to her. I don't know about all of that.
nah, they're gonna make sure that if anything, they're gonna laugh at her and walk off where they can't hear her.
So I don't know how they want to exonerate her. I'm not saying that didn't happen because a lot of times, people could probably call and it's probably live. But then them some suckers. They need to fire every last one of them. Because I know out here in New York, baby, you ain't playing them games up in there. Because you ain't the first. You got people that come in here mental health problems. You got people that come in here on a high, on a binge, who's been drunk. She ain't the only one that walk up in there disorderly. There's plenty of disorderly people. Everything comes through the jail system. So Jaggers would not be the only one in that jail driving them crazy.
Right.
They would know how to deal with people. Oh, LA the same way. Thank you, Trey. That's why I don't know about that one. I don't know about that one.
Yeah.
But like I said, every state is different. But I know out here, really, you want to play? A lot of times they tie your ass right on up. And they give you, they got to get her meds and stuff first. Give her meds. So I don't know about that. No, I'm saying I can imagine it was recorded because that's why the people are saying it. What I'm saying is they some suckers. They need their badge taken immediately. Immediately. Even though it's immediately, but I'm making it sound good. Immediately. They need their badge taken because that job is not for them. You know how many times, even in these cop shows and stuff, when you be watching them picking up people off the street, they are bugged out. You think she's the only mental patient that they had to pick up? If you can't deal with a mental patient and you got to tell somebody, call her and calm her down, that's bullshit. That's bull crap.
I agree. That's crazy.
And even though it's true because they did call, but what I'm saying is if they allow that to happen, they don't need no job, baby. Take that job. Take that job right away because I had to deal with a bunch of them myself and I did EMS.
Right. And it's it may be, a lot of mental health patients in America have complained about the way that the police treat them so rough. So I would be surprised if somebody did that,
I'm surprised. No, they're talking about somebody said they call and they say like she out of control, and for somebody to call to calm her down, I'm like calm her down. A lot of times they would let her. Okay, you stay go your mental episode right in the back over there. When you calm down, we're gonna lock your ass up we're gonna lock you up in the room in the cell all by yourself.
Right.
Because
With a hole in the floor or something.
hello.
We here, Auntie. I'm here.
Who ain't judging? Ain't nobody judging. We
No.
discussing. I don't know who you talking to. Unapologetic. We just talking.
Yeah.
Now that her career failed, she must have rage for anyone. I'm just saying that could have happened because somebody said they did call. If they did call, they need to lose their job because she ain't the first one that walked in there with mental health. She ain't gonna be the last one.
I would argue.
And if you can't deal with mentally ill people and you can't deal with these addicts, especially the ones that's coming off their high or the ones who just got high and they don't we ain't gonna act like this Jag is the first one they ever picked up ever and they don't know how to deal with her. Stop it.
Right. I would argue that it happens several times a day in every state in the country. I would argue that there's mental health issues daily for years.
Let me tell you, if they can't, let me explain something, cocaine. I did EMS forever. So the people who transport her are the EMS people, right? If they can't calm her ass down, what they're gonna do is have a police in the daggone car and she will be handcuffed. She could do all the talking that they want. They do not need for her to calm down to transport her. And if she's in the hospital, all they gotta do is give her a sedative.
Mm-hmm.
They gave her a sedative to have her under control. And the police will handcuff her and they will put them handcuffs on nice and tight. Okay?
Yep. They will make her act right. I'm not saying right.
So all of that calming down is a liability. She ain't being transported with her hands free.
Yeah.
She being transported with her hands behind her back. Clank, 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 clank.
Right.
And they're gonna have Popo right there.
And I think they'll tase her if she don't get right.
Hello.
Come on, man. Yeah, that's hard to believe. I'm not saying it didn't happen, but
even if she is not in the hospital, they will still, even if they got to tie her, sometimes they tie up, they shackle your hands behind your back and they will shackle your ankle.
I done seen that too. When I went to court,
if what they said on that phone is true, then they all need to be fired immediately.
Yeah.
Fired.
I saw that on TV. You could see that on the little lockup shows, how they lock people up like that. Like the y'all know the lockup shows that they have on TLC and E and stuff about how it is in jail. They even show you then that they will tie, if you go doing all of that, they will tie your ankles to your feet, to your hands.
Now I don't know about no hog tie, but they do.
No, not like that.
No. I'm reading the question.
Okay.
I mean, but that who knows? That is Texas, you know. That is Texas. They do hog ties.
Oh Lord,
we don't hog tie on the East Coast, but I don't know about they might do it over there. Like, whoo, get that little rope,
right?
Get that little rope. I don't even know, but.
Oh Lord, I forgot she in Shreveport.
I don't know where she at, but I know she's in Texas, hog tied with a split bag in your head. Oh Lordy. So that phone call did take place, but I'm not believing what them cops are saying. And if what they saying is true, y'all need to be fired immediately. Let's go.
So that they can know. Lachelle Wright was not a part of the surviving Jaguar.
No, I was not.
Not part of it.
But also, me and my mom, this is Jasmine speaking. I've been telling her, I'm like, she's been saying for a while now, like, I'm gonna do an interview. I'm gonna reach out to Sean. I'm like, Mom, I don't even think, I'm like, this is already embarrassing. Everything is publicized. I'm like, I don't even think we should speak on it.
Okay, but I love Sean, and when I saw him, he had up that we were upset with him. No,
yeah. Today was our last straw, so I was just like, okay,
we have to clarify.
Well, we gonna talk about it. We gonna talk about it.
Well, no, I feel that, and I'm very so much glad you did come through. Again, like I said, I knew for sure said nothing negative.
Okay,
I knew that for a fact.
But no one, I don't, unless, and no one has said anything about you to me and my family. But there's so many people saying, I'm Jack's cousin. I'm this, I'm that. I don't know who you are.
Yeah.
This Kevin dude, I don't know who he is. That he went live with Goomber. I don't know who he is. He's not my cousin on no side of my family. Who are you?
Talk about it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I found that weird too, because I heard that as well. I'm just like, oh well.
Yeah, no.
So I think she just calls him cousin.
Right. She calls him family. Right.
Yeah, they're not actually blood.
Right. Everyone needs to really let up because we've been quiet for a long time. She's the one who's dragging us, saying my dad raped her and everyone did
that was
something
horrible
to her.
too.
Sean, you saw that, right? When she was like, "Oh, my sister's ex-husband raped me."
Yeah, dag it, babe. Sorry, you two.
And we at her house. She sits us down, right? This messy bitch. She sits us down, and she was like, I just want you guys, I want you girls to know something. And we're like, what? She was like, did you know that your father, your mother's ex-husband?
No.
Yes, she did. We were 9. And me and my sister always had like just a sense of humor, but like we kind of like laugh in like odd situations. So we looked at each other and we just smirked like, the fuck is.
Did y'all hear that? Did y'all hear what she just said? Not the fact that what she said. Did you hear the age? Did y'all hear the age that was said? Can y'all hear me?
9.
Blessed Forever sent you a message in the chat.
I don't see it in the chat.
But yes, yeah, I heard it, but it was apparently they didn't believe it.
Okay, let me go back. No, this chat is moving.
Extensively. That's why I'm on mute.
Wait, hold on. I don't see it. Maybe I'm going too far back. Tell her to write it again.
Do y'all believe it? Do you believe it, Deanna?
She said they were 9 and they laughed at her.
Huh?
Go ahead. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Oh no, I was just trying to see. I can't see the chat to ask them, but I do want to know.
You could see the chat. Press comments.
Yeah.
Wait.
Yeah, I do.
You believe it? I think that was very inappropriate for her to say to 9-year-olds. With her pain, but I do believe it.
Oh, no, not yet, baby. But it's gonna come. It's gonna come. Thank you so much, though. Thank you so much.
And I guess what bothers me about it is the part that bothers me about it, right, is the way that the niece said it. Okay, now mind you, she was traumatized. She
wasn't born at that point. She wasn't born.
Like it was a violation for Jag to tell
9. Niece wasn't born yet.
Yes, I feel like that was very, very like, oh my God, like that's what I was talking about with her, like 9 years old. And she said that because she talked about that on the other interview too. And she was like, she was drunk and she said it to them. So I'm not giving no excuses for that because that's ridiculous. When you drunk, you still know that it's a 9-year-old and you know that's her dad. Like, so, okay, whatever.
The drunk always tells the truth, they say.
Yeah, but do you think that the mother knows that it's true, or do you think she thinks she's full of it? Do you think they really just don't believe her because they think that she lied about everything?
Jag's mom, you mean?
No, the sister, the person whose husband it was that violated Jag, because she said she had to go to the wedding still.
No, you're going too far. She getting back to when she was 9 and she said what the father did to her.
Yeah.
Okay, the father
and they laughed it off.
Right, but all right, I'm
Right.
gonna let it play because the father is the person who she was talking about at the wedding because they talked about that in the other interview. But I'm gonna mute up and listen just in case I'm wrong.
Okay.
Okay.
Now, if Jag's sister is 10 years older than Jag, right? She stated she had her first child at 19, Stephanie. So that's not adding up because the cousin said, unless she's talking about her second child, she said me and Giovanni is the same age. So if they're 10 years apart, that would mean that her and her sister was knocked up at the same time. And Jaguar would have been 9 years old. I mean, would have been 10 years old when she had Giovanni, unless she's talking about the second child. But either so, if you got her by 10 years, so if she is a 9-year-old, came to you and you're 19 and said, this happened to me, before you laugh, wouldn't you go to find out if it's true or not, or take her in or something? At this point, we're speaking upon a 9-year-old. We're not speaking upon the Jag we see now. We're speaking upon a 9-year-old. We're speaking upon a 9-year-old.
Exactly. Exactly. That's my point. That's my point.
You gotta remember, after if this is true, I don't know. If this is true, that makes some women resentful and promiscuous. Don't act like we don't know that.
That is true. That it's a statistic that you can either go one way or the other, you know. And most women do. They feel with anger, and they are promiscuous. And she even, you know, I don't even want to get into all the things that she has said that she's done or whatever, because we'll lose track of what we're talking about. But yeah, man, I feel like as a family, I just want to know, did they at all, you know, take it seriously? You know, even with her laughing right now, in my mind, and this just in my mind, y'all, when a person laughs like that, when they're talking about something like that, you know, in my mind, it's like you laughing in her face. You know what I'm saying? But and it's no fault of yours if you was 9 years old and she told that.
They said the nieces said they were saying that they were 9. I'm going to rewind it back a tap.
Yeah,
right?
yeah. I'm gonna just listen. Go ahead.
She sits us down and she was like, I just want you guys, I want you girls to know something. And we're like, what? She was like, did you know that your father, your mother's ex-husband?
No.
Yes, she did. We were 9. And me and my sister always had like just a sense of humor.
She's talking about their father, not her father. But let's go.
But like we kind of like laugh in like odd situations. So we looked at each other and we just smirked like, the fuck is wrong with her? Like, is she okay? And then she just goes on and on about how he raped her and my mom married a rapist, her rapist. Oh yeah, it was crazy. So we go home and we tell my mom. My mom was like, what she said? I'm like, she said that daddy raped her. And then she was just like, well, that's not true. It's crazy. Wow. She's been crazy. And I'm not saying that in a bad way. Like, she's been crazy. Obviously, she needs help. Like, she needs real help.
Mm-hmm. Oh my God, bro.
Wow. But we're not here. We can't do that. So
yeah,
we'll see what happens.
You hear how quiet the mother is, though?
Nobody's
feeling some kind of guilt, bro.
At all.
The mother is so
very, they're very passionate. We have a passionate family.
Mm-hmm.
Speak our mind, but
so how do you feel now that you can get your mother? Do y'all feel relieved that she's coming to where you guys are?
Wow.
Yeah, but I know that she'll come. No,
she'll come.
She's coming. I'm confident with that. She's coming.
I'm
but
checking, baby.
I just know, I hate that, whenever my sister gets out of jail, she's going to feel alone because my mother's not there.
They want her to feel that way.
I don't know what she's going to do.
Do you think that she'll come and try to retrieve her mother from you?
I'm sure she's going to try and do something. She wouldn't be Jackie if she didn't do that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
This
So
sounds like the fucking movie
I'll be
Mean
ready for
Girls.
it.
Yeah. So y'all all are prepared
Oh,
to take
thank-
care of that if
Oh,
she
yeah.
tries to come and remove Francis.
Oh, for
Absolutely. I've
Ginger
been up
Ale?
since 5 o'clock
Is
this
that
morning
you?
on the phone with the
For Ginger
family.
Ale? Thank you.
Yes.
Thank you,
And, you know,
Deanna.
having to put my aunts, my mother's sisters, on the phone with her to back me up. So we made a lot of progress.
Thank
Yeah.
you, Loretta.
That's good. And with Sam, do you think that with Sam going back to his father, do you think she'll try to remove Sam?
The only way she would be able, she can't remove Sammy because I call him Sammy. I'm sorry. He's like, Aunt Shell, can you call me Sam? The only way he'll go back to her is if she can convince him to do so. But I'm just hoping that once she comes out, she's going to realize that she needs to focus on herself. Get back to the music. She's brilliant.
Listen.
Okay. Every
listen.
song she ever wrote, she brought to me first.
Mm-hmm.
That girl walked to me before she walked to her mother and father.
Oh, I'm sorry.
I
sweetie.
love my baby sister. You think I like to see this?
Yeah.
Oh my
But
God.
Sean,
But now I have to do what I have to do for my mother.
Sean, we
After the
can't
comments.
And my
put
nephew.
past her. When she threatened us with a bullet in
Yeah,
our
they don't
head,
like that.
After
like, I don't think like
Wow,
While
that.
you
they
laughed
like
through,
Look, you ain't
So
crying.
regardless of
told
how
you
much,
at
you
9,
know,
and now you
how
crying.
much her sister,
Look, you see how quick that
it is what it
little
is.
fake cry went away?
Like, everyone needs to
Now she
get
back
from
talking
around
regular.
her and get to safer grounds because she is a wrecking ball. And she's taking everyone
Let
down.
My
me
children
get,
don't
Taking everyone
really.
to talk about the
down.
nine.
They love
It
my
is.
sister, but they
And I
don't.
don't care who got to say
Mm-mm.
anything about that.
Yeah, no, they don't. They don't care for my sister too much.
Mm-hmm.
She's a rude person. I mean, can you blame us?
But
growing up, she wasn't
again,
like
oh
she
my
wasn't a good aunt. Like she wasn't a good mother. Like we all lived with my grandma in Westboro,
All
New
y'all live
Jersey.
with
So
grandma,
we all like
damn.
Giovanni lived with us. Sammy lived with us. Sammy used to cry for us when we were leaving the house. Not his mother. She wasn't even there.
oh God.
So everyone's speaking like they know. And they don't.
See, that's why she
Sammy was
tried to
my
do that
child
fake
first.
cry. They
Oh,
read in the
Let's talk about
comments.
it.
They read in the comments, and that's
So
why.
you-
Now, remember, y'all got to go way back. She's not there because she's working.
And then listen, can I please say this? Because I just don't want to forget it. It's two things. For one, at 9 years old, when you say that to two girls and you pull them aside and they already had said that she had been drinking. At 9 years old, when your aunt tell you that and you laugh at her, I just want y'all to peep this. That's the tone of her, okay? That's the tone of her. At 9 years old, they thought she was a joke. At 9 years old, she was being talked about in a negative way, and they were being indoctrinated to disregard her, dismiss her, ignore her. At 9 years old, you laughed in her face when she told you that. Now, to be honest with you, I thought she was going to say, that she was horrified because that was her, her parent or whatever. But she said she laughed. She laughed, and guess
She
what?
did
The mother
laugh.
did not say anything. The mother was just quiet as heck just now. That silence was, I'm sorry, y'all. That silence was just like, wait a minute. She's so quiet right now. And I wanted to bring that up. And then the other thing I wanted to bring up, oh man, I forgot it. It was something that she just said.
Calm down.
What was it that she just said? She said, I said the 9-year-old thing. And the fake tears, I think that's what I was gonna bring up. The quick fake tears, because it's like she had started like, we love her, and then all of a sudden she started talking regular, and like she was just bringing up the
This is when she was 9.
Yeah.
She went back in the past, and then
But
you
that's
come to
something.
when her
But that's
career.
also something you don't tell 9-year-olds.
Right.
But Jaguar happened to do that. That's not. I don't think that's something you sit around but
go bring.
The response of it should have been shocking, but it wasn't shocking to them. But that's still not something. Come on, 9-year-old.
And
let me tell you some traumatizing stuff. That was a form, but she traumatized them too. At the same time, that was traumatizing.
But because they laughed, right? Do you think that they already knew? They had been hearing family joke about it? Because they laughed, like they didn't say, You know, she didn't say that, you know, she was like horrified or shocked. She was just like, we laughed about it. So like, I'm picturing 9, right? And I'm gonna just keep it all the way 1,000. My auntie is no longer here, but and she passed away. But you know, when I was younger, the things that they would say about my aunt made me like that. You know what I mean? Where they would say that she, you know, she was on something and she was this, that, and the third. And I believed all my life that she was like that until I got older. You know what I mean? And then I started realizing like I never saw my auntie do any drugs. I actually never saw her do any drugs. I'm not saying that she never did, because I know that it was an epidemic at one point in the 80s or whatever. But you know, the last few years of her life is when I really got close to her. But it was because I was listening to like all the jokes everybody made about her. You know what I'm saying? That's why I had once said that I feel like everybody might have like a Jag figure in their family. But I mean, it doesn't have to be everybody. But that's what I thought about when she was like, we laughed, because I remember it, like when my aunt would do stuff like that, when she would start crying, we would laugh because we thought that she was a crazy seahead, you know? And I can just imagine how that like felt, you know? And then when you pass away, you know, people act like they loved you, you know, and they didn't though, you know? It's crazy. I just hope that everybody who is involved has, you know,
I
good.
mean, the thing is this. Yes, things have happened. Yes, we are just speaking upon like the
Mhm.
mental awareness. That doesn't still excuse a lot of stuff Jaguar have done.
Right.
We just get into the root of it, but just because we get to the root of something, that does not take away your actions after she knows she needed help. She
Hmm.
knew she didn't take her medicine. And
And
then,
she
like I
still
said, on top of that, being in that entertainment business and you are mentally ill,
is.
hey, Vanessa, welcome. Being mentally ill at the same time in that business does not, all it does is makes it worse.
Hollywood is a mental illness. Exactly.
So, but a
And
lot
she
of
knew
stuff,
she couldn't have said that to them girls at 9. Go ahead.
right, but it doesn't, so things does happen. Here, Flip, welcome. So it does, yes, 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 and yes. That's why I said there is no right and there is no wrong. I was about ready to box with my older sister for telling my daughter that there's no Santa Claus. I would go completely off if somebody talked about SA or whatever to my 9-year-old. But the sister didn't do nothing neither. That's what I'm saying. A lot of stuff that's going, because you got to remember this. If Jag has problems and if the mother has problems, why is everybody living with grandma? Why would you leave them with the two people that you say? So what was you doing that you didn't have your life together, that you saying these two people are dangerous? And she's been like this since a child. But you or everybody's living with grandma. Everybody. From the son, for all her kids are living with her. Who have no medical degree? You have no medical. I don't know what you mean by that, Derek. I never said nothing about. I ain't do a diagnosis yet. I don't know what you're talking about. This is what they say. So are you referring to the sisters? I know you're not referring to me, Derek. You're referring to them. He can stay a troll. He can stay a troll. Sometimes nonsense is nonsense. He ain't being disrespectful. He could just stay a troll all he wants if it makes him feel good. Because sometimes he might need to hear what we got to say. Everybody can't diagnose Jag is crazy. I know, right? Doesn't matter who called on who. We wouldn't have this info if he didn't, or however they got in contact. But if you heard, they said the mother mentioned, oh, I don't know, cocaine. Because Jaguar took them and keeps moving. It's hard to locate someone that doesn't want to be located. Jaguar wanted to be located. Jaguar wanted to be located because Jaguar other drug was social media. So if she didn't want to be located, she would have bounced. First of all, thank you, Poetic Justice. Again, we got to speak upon the law. Now, you said Shayna is who got, no, that's not who got Jaguar arrested. She did a live speaking on it because Jack threatened her is a while back because she was harassed. She was harassed, Jack, because she was harassing Jack before. No, she did not get her arrested. Jag already had, she didn't get arrested. They arrested her for not going to a bond. Hey, Unicorn, thoughts? Hey, blessed forever. Thank you so much. You have to remember that it may be extra charges added, but that's not why they picked her up. When she did that CS, the thing in the airport and something else.
Yeah.
That's, she's supposed to have went to court.
Mm-hmm.
She did not go to court.
Makes sense.
Right. She didn't go to court. So now now she has what you call a bench warrant. So it wasn't a warrant because of her. Right. It was the warrant NCIC. So that had nothing to do with her. So, thank you so much, Unicorn. So maybe that would be extra charges that is on there, but it's not because of her. Because somebody, even though you have proof that somebody said this or said that, you still have to go to court. Now, then as you give your evidence, then Jaguar lawyer now is going to give evidence. Then you see a judge. Then you go to court, you present your case, then the jurors itself will say yes or no. And then the judge will give a verdict after what the jurors say. They have not been to court. Y'all have to act like, remember, y'all, these things y'all should know. No, anybody can go to a police station and say, hey, this is what this person said. That is your side of the story. Now, Jag lawyer will have to now present her side of the story. So if Jag can prove, hey, I don't know this girl, I've never seen this girl, and she's been chasing me, now that will make that harassment. People think that you can say whatever you want to say to people. I don't know if that's her case. And think that now you want to record the rebuttal and say, hey, now they're bothering me. But in all reality, she doesn't know her. Jag don't know her. What would be the reason for her to even threaten her kids? Like, all that would have to be proven in court. Like, what? Like, how did this take place? Things is not as simple as y'all think it is because somebody say so. That's her side. Now Jaguar, right, has to have her side. If she doesn't press them, they wouldn't have rushed to get the signature. That's why they got the judge's signature from the street, because they were trying to get Jag while she was in the pool, because Shauna told them. Again, getting somebody arrested doesn't mean you win. Just because you put in a complaint doesn't mean you win. Exactly. She was picked up on from the bond. My goodness, I can't say that enough.
Right. I know she was picked up from the bond, but somebody did call and tell them where she was, right, or no?
That is said, yes, but like I said, I didn't see it, and then
Me neither.
from what I heard, I'm not bringing up other content creators.
I can dig it. I can dig it. Yeah.
You know,
It was a warrant, and it was gonna happen regardless.
So exactly, it was gonna happen.
The way she was moving, she
right.
was having too many interactions with the police, so it don't even matter.
Besides that, even if she didn't have no more interactions with the police, she still knew she had to go to court. She still knew she had to go to court, and she did not go. That's why I say, even though she has multiple charges, they're not going to keep her in jail for the other ones, for the Shauna ones, because Jaguar haven't spoken her side yet. Yeah, that part is true. Yeah, she's left the state with the U-Haul truck. All their stuff is in the U-Haul truck. You know, they ain't got no ID. They ain't got nothing. If she was stuck, Danelle, how? If y'all said she was stuck, how? Like how? Well, she said that this morning when people was trying to tell her to go handle it, that they were idiots and that it was only a misdemeanor. If it's a misdemeanor, it's a misdemeanor. But I do know, and I'm quite sure you know, I'm quite sure I know, and you know a little bit how the courts work. Yeah, she knew they was coming, but let's be real here. Y'all know how the courts work. Y'all go put in a complaint right now. Y'all could go put in a complaint right now. That doesn't make your story true, right? When you go to court, they have to hear both sides. Both sides. They don't just hear one side. There must be a method to one's madness, or just insane. It just started out that way, but once you jump bond, that changed. The officer said Jag Live was a Class C misdemeanor. She was not stopped. Jag was telling her location on something and never turned off her phone location. Not stalking if you tell peeps where you at. misdemeanor or not, if you have a court date and don't appear, the judge is going to issue a bench warrant. It was the breaking of the bond and fleeing the state. Correct. That's why I said y'all have to remember these things, because this I understand what people say, but you have to you do got your own mind too. And y'all should know how little things go. Little things go. And if I'm not mistaken, just if she did, she's not going to get arrested for what Shauna said. I don't know how Texas go, but wouldn't Jaguar have to be served? She wouldn't get a warrant for somebody putting in a complaint. She would have to get served or picked up, but it wouldn't be a warrant if she didn't know it was there. Am I mistaken here? Hello.
I'm here. Right. She failed to show up to court.
What I'm saying is, when it comes down to the Shauna part, and they said she is the one. I'm like, no. Because if I put a complaint out on you and you don't know, and I wasn't served, I would not get a warrant for that. That means they would just, if they come across me, they'll pick me up, but I wouldn't get a warrant. You have to get served.
Yep.
There was no papers from that young lady. No papers was served. So no, she wouldn't have a warrant for that.
And furthermore, they wouldn't need help to locate Jack. They don't need no help. They know where she was and is. There's no help. So why would you say one person or many persons can help the police to find out where Jag is? No, they already knew.
Hey, my love.
It takes time. It takes time to do what they need to do. They ain't just gonna bum rush her like, shackles on your feet and stuff. They ain't gonna bum rush her.
Now, I was in upstate New York, and someone reported that I broke their window to the police. I was pulled over one day driving and was arrested. See that? Thank you.
Right.
Never received a court date.
Wait,
never received a court date or any papers received.
Right.
Right. They would just arrest you. You wouldn't have a warrant for that. They will see you and arrest you. Then when you go to court, then you prove your side. There is no warrant because you haven't been served with nothing and you have not been arrested. Now it's different if they say, hey, somebody said this, you are now being arrested. They didn't say that.
Girl, I was arrested once and didn't even know why.
Not you, Poetic. I'm just reading different people. I just read different comments. It's never. I'm
and
sorry.
They do ask you your name. What's your name? What's your date of birth? Do you have your ID on you? Those are first sign of the questions right there.
Right. So if I'm saying something and you made a comment, I'm not referring to you. Maybe I'm saying something to a comment before you have put your comment there. This thing is moving, so I'm not referring to you.
Really fast, real fast.
Right. Now, I'm not saying that she didn't go to court. I'm not saying that she could have done all of that. But then now, like I said in my other video, she would not have to explain how did you get in Jaguar's life? Then a lot of videos that even just like if we're talking about something, right? And then I'm the one who tries to go after her. No, we on social media. Like what made you So she got her thing to prove, but now she got Jaguar. Now Jaguar got to prove. Listen, I don't even know this woman. That was done online. I don't know where she lived, nothing. But and then there's also videos that kept telling her before, shush. You can't, because that's going to make you lose your case, because it constantly shows you going after her. And every video, every time you say something, it constantly diminish your case.
Right, because you're going on YouTube streets talking about the whole entire thing and why. So now they're gonna look at you because you know what Jag gonna say. Well, go on YouTube, go through and you'll see. So
Exactly. It makes what does that? See, there you go, starting already, huh? She claims she told them she did say some awful things to her, but she crossed the line when she talked about her kids. She know Jag don't know her daggone kid. That's why I say people sometimes you gotta be careful legally. Legally, you have to be careful. Was calling her oncologist. She's going through chemo. I get that, but again, how did you? I think Jag was on your panel when she banished the knife. Correct me if I'm wrong. I don't know. Because I probably most likely I cut it out. But it's still that still wasn't her. Y'all look up NCIS. If you have baby skin, then you can't be out here coming for people on the internet. Let me see.
If you come on social media talking about what you have going on legally, you're snitching on yourself. You're calling the police on yourself. That's how I feel about it. Because like Deanna said, she was on point. When you come on the internet and you talk about it, it does not even matter because you're putting yourself out there. So it's the same thing. You know what I mean? It doesn't, I feel like it wouldn't matter one way or the other.
All right. I'm going to cut you off. It says NCIS. It says protecting those who serve within the Department of the Navy, Criminal Investigation Services, the Civilian Federal Law Enforcement Agency, unique responsible for investigating felony crime, preventing terrorism, and maybe I'm reading wrong, but that's NC. Basically, that's what the hell she did in that airplane. Remember, they have the.
Oh, okay.
That's for what she did at that airport. No, NCIS. That's what I got. NCIS. That's what I got. NCIS.
Wait a minute. Oh shoot. NCIS is a TV show that's based on what do you do?
NCIC. Okay, NCIC.
Okay, but you see, if she's giving out her own information and
okay, hold on, let me read it.
Okay.
A criminal record database allowing criminal justice agencies to enter or search for information about stolen property, missing or wanted persons, and domestic violence protection orders to get criminal histories and assess the national ex-offender registry.
Yeah, NCIS and NCIC is 2 different things.
Yeah, I got the NCIC.
Okay. I was trying to understand it myself, but that's all right.
But either way, she missed going to court twice.
Right.
Now
just going to court.
And then now the other charges are there, right? So these are all different charges. But again, when she go to court, both have to prove a case. That goes for anybody. Both has to prove a case. Now, far as the one where she did with that's another whole different thing. The other thing with containing that young lady, they're gonna have to go to court. Jaguar also has a side to prove too. Remember, she's gonna have a lawyer, right? So the same way they scum through the whole internet to get that proof, they're gonna scum through the whole internet to get proof for Jaguar too. Y'all gotta stop acting like y'all don't know how the law works. You don't go to jail for one side. You got to prove your case. Someone current me if I'm wrong. I didn't mean correct you, but isn't Shauna kids over 18? I believe so. I don't know. Danielle, I don't know. I saw her mother back saying something this before. This started a CC panel. I don't know, sweetie. I don't know how old a kid. I don't know none of that. Yep, she told on herself. She also told someone that she only rented that truck a few hours and they had taken 2 to 3 days in the state. Not all cases require all agencies, but it's a database for your name to be searched. They searched her because her ass didn't go to court. She had a court date. That's what made them look into that daggone thing. She jumped bond and she got a bench warrant. She knew she had to go to court. Yeah, especially if it's a bond. Especially if it's a bond involved. They're going to pick you up anywhere, correct, that Deborah?
Right. When it's a bond, they're going after you with that bond. They'll send the bounty. But it's the bounty hunters they send out, don't they, or something like that or another.
It was a 48 hours movie. Yeah, so, yeah, we hear people say, yeah, she did this, she did that. Yeah, you did do that, but you did not prove your case. And sometimes when you think you're digging a hole for somebody, you really digging one for yourself. Because you can't say you're scared for your life, not if you're staying on public panels. And you can't say that when a video state that you said, oh, you know, people's where she at. You know all about her, but she don't know anything about you. So when that comment, why was that comment made? Coming from somebody who made that comment about everybody's kids. These are things, these are the facts that you guys should know. I'm just saying things you guys know already. Y'all know these things already. I'm saying go back and listen to the voicemail. We already know about the kid, but listen to the other stuff. Which voicemail? Let me let this go, but then we're going to go back.
You see, we're very well invested.
Well, I just think y'all have been through a lot altogether, like organically with her as a family. I can understand. It's probably been a lot.
Yeah.
No, we don't hate her. She needs help. That's what it is.
Oh my God.
Absolutely. So where do you think you go from here with your baby sister? Like, I know it's been a hard transition. You love her, but you just feel like you just can't deal with her.
Yeah, I haven't been able to deal with her, and this is the thing. So she had been calling me for probably about 2-3 months prior to her whole start, the top of the year, all of that. But I wouldn't take her calls because I saw what she was about on YouTube, and I said, he's not calling me with good intentions. She doesn't want to say, Shelly, let's talk about this. Let's woman to woman. No. So I didn't answer her call.
Yeah.
But when the whole ashes, when that went down, I reached out to Gerald. He wouldn't take my calls at first, and then he finally did. Oh, you only want to call when there's constant chaos and something's going on. We tried to call you for months out of love and concern, and you didn't answer the phone. We're fine. The Johnsons are fine. Your mother's fine. My stepson is fine. Click. That was it.
Oh, wow.
I'm going to play you an old video when she was on here. And at that, a lot of things that she was saying, I was like, zip, zip, and zip. She was on here too. And even though there is a voicemail, I don't have to search it because at the end of the day, they don't know each other. How did you get yourself involved with her? That she have made herself become the aggressor because she knows all. Go back to the videos when she knows all about Jaguar life, where she hang, what she do, everything. So it's not like Jag before that took place. It's not like Jag lawyer can't pull up all the interviews that she have done antagonizing her.
Yep, because she poked the bear first.
Oh, someone in the chat. Oh. That's why I say, y'all, come on now. Y'all know the law. If she has a case, now Jack, how she has a lawyer, well, she's gonna have to get a lawyer. Remember, she gonna either have to get a regular lawyer, she gonna have to pay for a lawyer. Jaguar's gonna get a lawyer. Jaguar's gonna use all these different things. All these different things. This ain't easy street, baby. This ain't gonna be no 1, 2, 3 easy street thing. Everything got to be proven. Yes, that's what I said. Don't be thinking,
Yeah.
Wow. So have you spoke to him since?
No. No, he hasn't reached out to me. But I don't really know the dude. I don't know him. My brother-in-law is Sam. That's who I talk to every day. We talk always.
Shout out to Sam Senior.
This another reason why my sister is very upset with me is because when Giovanni called me,
don't ask who's SL cocaine. Don't ask who's SL.
Running up bills, just doing things, just trying to hold Jackie down in jail. It was just a mess. So I went out there, stopped everything, went out to
put a pin
Texas,
in that one.
And I ended up testifying against my sister that I love, me, Giovanni, Sam Senior, and my Aunt Debbie, my mother's sister. And that is what removed Sam from, like, why would you want your child to stay with your mother that is already dealing with her own issues, and he has a father that is making well over $100,000 a year and totally capable of taking care of him and making sure he guides him on the right path.
And let's shine some light on Uncle Sam. Uncle
Sam is an awesome man.
He was more of a father to me than my actual father.
My daughters, my kids love him.
Are y'all hearing this?
Jamie and my cousin Saniqua, whenever she was down, he took us out every weekend, miniature golfing, movies, all types of arcades. So all the dragon, Sam, it's dead.
Yeah.
That is all lies.
So do you think that Jaguar was doing that to be spiteful to Sam?
Yes, absolutely.
Just like she about to do Goomba. Goomba don't know. He don't already know. He's already getting it.
Oh, well.
Goomba don't know. I'm trying to tell you the way she does. My aunt, she's bitter. Okay, every woman is when they get left.
No, but it's not even her men, Sean. Let me tell you, nobody's safe. Okay, everybody that crosses her path is up for you.
Legina and Goomba about to really find out when she got out of jail. I'm trying to tell you.
They don't even know what they just did.
All right.
Nobody is safe. You're not safe. Nobody's safe. She's
okay, but this is the thing. I see people in the chat saying this should be a private family matter. And
that's why I told that girl, you know, everybody wanted to become a star, right? And I told that girl, you better get that man out your house. You don't know what you're dealing with. I said, Could be, Stephanie. That's why I told that girl, whatever her name is, and you out there, you and him could have lived the life together. Y'all did not have to make that public. Y'all didn't have to make that public. Y'all didn't have to keep on poking the bear every damn day. Every single day you're poking the bear. Now her own family said, oh Lord, when she get out, y'all better watch out. No, took that woman husband shit.
Stephanie life journey. I feel you. And on the last interview that they did with TK, I had felt that same way because she was like, matter of fact, y'all go ahead. I want to go back because I don't want to misquote anything.
Should be.
It should be, but Jaguar has made this very public. She has. So people need to think of that before they say Jaguar has spoke on a lot of people's names.
Yeah.
People have the right to respond and say their side of things. Jaguar puts a spotlight on a lot of people. It's literally why we brought Genesis. Shout out to Genesis. Over to the show is because she was talking about saying a lot of crazy things, you know. So she has a right to speak. And no different than Shelly. Jaguar said a lot about her husband, her kids. She said a lot. And it's all been public. So Jag doesn't get to make something public and then everybody else has to be respectful and do it behind closed doors. No. Jag should have started it behind closed doors. If she has these problems with her family, that's fine. Handle it behind closed doors. Like, publicly for what? So you can't say publicly for what to Lachelle if you're not going to say it to Jaguar. Like, we got to be fair. You know, let's not be biased. They do have a right to speak. They do.
This is not something that I have ever wanted to do.
Stop. How many times I tell you don't talk about this? Like, there's no need. I don't say Mom, for what? I'm like, we don't gotta prove nothing to nobody.
It's not even a matter about proving now. It's just like she's put so much out there and so much has unfolded. I have my personal friends, people in my life. Shelly, maybe it's time for you to talk. But I don't know what kind of clarity I could even give you guys because I don't know what tomorrow is going to bring. But what I do know is my mother and Sammy, they're leaving Shreveport tomorrow. That's what I know.
And that's on period. Okay? I told them, ain't nobody down there with no IDs or nothing. Now, guess what that means? People got to get on the bus. My grandma's too old to be on somebody's bus. Let's be real.
And she makes too much money.
She makes too much money, and she should not be on the bus. She should be able to fly first class.
And it's sad that all of her business is out there. People are saying how much money my grandma makes. That's personal. But because Jackie burns bridges with everybody that she meets and she talks to, people feel the need to put her personal business online again. So now we're just addressing it. So y'all saying that, y'all are confident, y'all are toxic. No, we're just saying what it is.
Yeah.
Since you already know anyway.
I want to answer this question in the chat about them stating why the mother is getting on the bus. The mother, Sam's grandmother and he are getting on buses because they do not have proper identification to be able to board flights. Neither one of them have IDs or driver's license. So they cannot board a flight. Okay. I even offered myself to help with a flight, but they don't have the proper documentation to be able to board. That is why, again, for everybody in the back, that is why they are taking a bus. That is why.
Yep. That's why.
Absolutely.
We're fully able to buy a flight, but they don't have proper ID.
So you know how long that ride about to be?
Oh, Jamie, stop.
I've been on a Greyhound from Philly to Florida. It's not fun. And it stinks.
Oh, God.
It stinks. And now my grandma got to deal with that.
Then they should have went and picked her up.
Jamie doesn't like when she saw how my sister was speaking to my mother. First in the bathtub, she called me from work. I was working. I work from home. She calls me from work going off. Do you see this? And I did see it. And then with the whole eviction, that was so humiliating.
Yeah.
Like why my sister would do that. I see my mother sitting out in a house dress and it's hot.
Or when she asked
and
Sammy,
then the cop didn't even he didn't even ask my sister's name.
Or let's talk about when she recorded Sammy asking him, is he autistic?
Oh,
Sammy has never had
Sammy's never been diagnosed with autism ever.
So
now, I'm not saying that he's not.
She's using him to build her platform.
But Sam had him tested extensively.
Mm-hmm. No, she just said that she not.
They never came back with that diagnosis ever.
Like,
the sister know what's up for real.
I'm not saying that there's nothing there, and I'm not even going to talk on that. But he's not autistic.
Because you know better.
Oh, but hold up. Somebody just said, why don't they got IDs? She took them. She took them and she lost them. That's what happened.
They don't have IDs.
She took them and she lost them.
Well, Sammy's ID expired, and my mother, I have been speaking to my mother for over a year. When are you going to have Jackie and Gerald take you to get proper ID? Do you know how unsafe that is? If something happens to you while you're out, you don't have proper ID. It doesn't even go to the address where you're living. It's not even that it's expired. It's not even at the address where they were living. Jackie has not been homeless. Whenever you see her and Gerald driving around in the car, that's because they wanted to. They had somewhere to stay the whole time because my mother was holding that down. Yeah. They were never homeless.
Just like she said, she paid half of this. She paid all.
But like I heard her say to her viewers, you guys believe anything. You believe anything someone tells you. Yeah. I mean, this is my sister. This is my sister. Yeah. That girl was blackmailed. Let me shut. God. Oh boy. Yeah. So no one is disrespecting Jackie. Did I see that?
I'm sorry. I don't care. The way she did my grandma is out of control. The way she did my brother is out of control.
If y'all want to talk about disrespect, when you wake up and you see your brother's ashes being thrown on a random man in Louisiana somewhere, then you can talk to me about disrespect. Y'all need to shut the fuck up.
Oh God, Jasmine, stop. I'm sorry.
No, you're fine. Just try not to read the comments, ladies.
They auditioning for the Bad Girls
Club. It could be upsetting because again, you got to remember it's a bunch of people that don't know you. They have no idea who you are or what you've been through. That's why you get to speak, and say things like this and take, opportunities like this to let people know who you are. That's why I appreciate Lachelle coming forward because we all have families and we all have toxicity within them. Right. Not everybody deals with them differently, and we all go through different stuff with families. So I don't feel that y'all should feel any type of way about speaking and saying anything. It's because we all have family issues, like we absolutely do. They're not as public, as these, but at the same time, like everybody goes through things with family, and y'all have a right to speak.
You want to know what's the worst part? The worst part is we begged, and we wanted Johnny to have a funeral so bad, but to spite the family, she went and got him cremated. Mm-hmm. So to see his ashes be thrown as if they were nothing, can't nobody tell me nothing about how to feel.
And people need to think about that type of stuff too, because like this is y'all life. Like this is that's like y'all family. Like that, like that person in that urn and the things that were happening, that's somebody y'all loved, you know, so it's a big deal.
He deserved a funeral, and we could not get one because his mother spited all of us and said, we're not having a funeral. We're cremating him.
And that's exactly why she keeps talking about this mock funeral we had. We did not have a mock funeral. We were celebrating my brother. Yeah. All his friends he grew up with, all his friends he went to elementary school, okay? Middle school, okay? High school.
I'm sorry,
was
it's
there.
a vigil.
He deserved the funeral.
It's called a vigil.
My brother was a good man, okay? He might have did what he
was.
did.
Rest in peace. It's called a vigil.
And then talked about all
Dad
of us.
called it a mock funeral.
And threw his ashes like it was nothing. So yeah, that's that.
I'm sorry, my daughters come from a very, very deep place of hurt.
That was my brother. I was around more than you, sis.
Giovanni was my nephew, but he was like a son to me, and
they went like to because they wanted.
He hashtagged that one of his birthdays, one of his last birthdays, the birthday before he passed away. More of a mother than an auntie, more like sisters than cousins.
They said, "What about Jay-Z?"
What about Jay-Z? What?
Yeah, what about Jay-Z?
She did Jay-Z Unplugged. What about Jay-Z? What? That's it. That's all I know.
Hi, Marie.
Yeah.
Hi, Marie.
We're not going into that.
So was your daughter
messy bad girls?
Was your sister Jag? Was she always like this? Like with the stories and the, you know, like even from a young age, or?
Yes. Always been colorful. Always. But that was the beauty of her. If it was channeled in the proper direction, if my mother and father, you know, we grew up under very strict Seventh-day Adventist religion, very strict. So when she decided she wanted to start writing, you know, she started writing raps. And my father, I remember a story, she may have told it before, but he found all of her writings and he threw them in the fire pit. Broke her heart. I was her biggest cheerleader. I had to make my family realize this girl's about to blow up. She is Jaguar Wright. She's about to do the damn thing. Okay? She'll never, ever, 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 ever give me credit for that. Like, and I don't want credit, but like, I love my sister.
And she's a great singer. And she's very smart. She just does.
She's been very talented.
When did she become Jaguar, Shug?
It's just, you know, it's very unfortunate. And so now here I am talking.
She ruined her career talking too much.
Oh, God. Stop.
Yeah. I can that you still feel for her. And I think that's good. That you can feel.
Even I heard her talking about me in the pool the other day. She had to pour into my mother's pension because my mother was busy supporting my drug habit. No. What?
Why do you think she targets you so much? Because she does target you. Why?
Yeah, she hates me. She and you know, and I was saying to someone the other day, I feel like I am probably the reason for all of this because I had my son at the age of 19 and I left home. I'm a single mom now. I gotta do what I have to do for me. And she has always blamed me for leaving her with her mother and her father. So what was I supposed to do? You were 9, honey.
Yeah.
You were 9.
And then accused my dad of rape.
Okay, we know about the please.
So that she can break my parents up.
Well, yeah. She really, you know, she got jealous when I got married to their father. You know, it's just she always, and every time we ever had an argument, it always went back to you left me with mommy and daddy. Right. What was I supposed to do?
It also went back to your husband raped me.
Right.
Yeah, that's.
Hey, yeah. So please, my daughter's in the background.
No, it's okay. So you think it's more so of her feeling the sense of abandonment when you left early because you had a child?
Yes. Yeah.
So the resentment comes from, you know.
That's where it starts. Yeah. Every time we've ever had an argument, it always goes back to that. You left me with those crazy people. Your mother, my mother was a school teacher. And my father was a drug and alcohol abuse counselor. He was militant. Yes, he was. We're not even going to get into that. We had our family dynamic issues, but you had 2 parents taking care of you, spoiled you. When the pocket TVs came out, she was 7. She got one. She was spoiled. We never lived in the projects. Are you kidding me? My father and my mother had two. And not talking about anyone that does. Okay? No. Just we never. The whole picture and the narrative that she has painted about my family is just so untrue. How much more can we take?
How would she know to say the word
It's been a lot.
narrative?
It has been. It's been a lot.
Oh
something.
God.
Y'all want to talk.
But I appreciate you allowing me to speak. And my daughters. Oh my God. Oh God. I'm
Shout out to y'all. I'm just, one thing about it is there has been a lot going on. So I appreciate you coming up here and speaking. I really do. I really appreciate you, because it does take courage to do so, because it's not an easy thing, because it's like, it's still your family. So it makes you look away. But again, when you've been through so much with a person can't tell you your experience. Yeah. And y'all have had quite the ride with Miss Jaguar, right? Oh, yes. So you are entitled to your story. You know, it may not be likable for everybody. People may hear it and be like, oh, well, you did. Well, it's no different with us in our own family. I'm sure we have stories too, but again, it's just not as public. So you get to speak, and I appreciate you not coming on here bashing her, you know, just saying what it was. Like, no, I've been through all types of stuff with this woman. And that's what's important, because then people get to understand what's going on. I have a better understanding, I would say, because of hearing from people like you, people that know her, people that were close to her. So it's helpful.
Yeah. I just thank you for everything that you have done for my family. But you don't need to do any more. Please, they're good, Sean. Okay. Half of the things that was going on, we had no idea. You know, I've heard so much, but I appreciate you.
No, we didn't. Yes, we did.
But we're getting them out of Shreveport. They will be leaving tomorrow. Come hell or high water.
Absolutely. Thank you again for being a part of this, and shout out to Sam Senior as well, because like you said, he's
right,
very
helpful. They want to speak on the
father. Shout out to him too, because that's great.
Awesome. My uncle's a great man. A great man.
Thank you so much again for having us.
No problem. Thank you for coming, sweetheart. Come back anytime.
Yes, thank you. Bye-bye.
Bye. So shout out to Lachelle Wright. Again, I really don't care about what people say. I give people a chance to speak. I've always been fair. I'm going to stay fair. Hair flip. Like, I don't care. Anybody that says, oh, Jack's gonna rap me. Y'all said the same thing when I talked to Sam. Didn't y'all say the same thing? Jaguar knows me. Like, she knows that I'm not doing anything out of malicious.
Okay, I missed a little bit. All right, I missed a little bit. But did y'all hear? Huh?
Nope, I'm gonna let you go. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to.
Did y'all hear when he said how when she was young? Hey, Gab, what's up, my brethren? Yeah. Now, remember when I don't know if y'all heard the part, but of course y'all did. When she said when she was young, she was so talented, and how she used to write. Oh, can you imagine? Can you imagine somebody taking your stuff and burning it? Do you know what that does to a child? Like, look at me. So imagine what she had to do to prove that man right. Okay, go ahead. What you gotta say, baby?
Is it okay if I play like 60 seconds of a video of the surviving Jaguar, right? It's just like 60 seconds of it.
From who?
It's from Tasha K.
Go ahead. I played it before, but go ahead.
Oh, okay. I'm gonna tell you. Hold on one second.
She's spoiled by mama and loved her daddy as per the sister, but she felt resentment because you left her. Well, she had to, after all this money and time,
angry with you all. Okay,
Stephanie, who's to say the dad did it? burned her stuff.
Are y'all
We could hear you very
the
well.
dad burnt her book?
All her writings, everything. But go ahead, what you want to play?
Okay, just to set the let you know, Tasha K is asking the lady, one of her cousins, what made her so angry at the family. And here she's about to answer it. Let me know if y'all can hear it. Put it all the way up to 100 first. All right, y'all should be able to hear it.
Well, I think it has a lot to do with the way her and Sam fell apart and the fact that we weren't supportive of her wrongdoings. So we were all fine, okay, and actually very close during their marriage for the most part. You know, Jackie, when she was not around, even when her career had started tanking, if you will, where she wasn't touring as much, where she wasn't getting many gigs or whatever. There was this cousin Danica that was always over her house watching her child Sammy, okay, while she was out doing her drinking, partying, playing pool, missing for weeks and days. And if Danica wasn't at the house, Sammy was with Aunt Frances, the same woman that raised Giovanni. Okay. And I really feel like that she is angry because once her and Sam's marriage really started, you know, pretty much you knew it was coming to an end. Once it started coming to an end, Jackie, what she wanted to do was to really destroy him, you know, and I get some of it, you know, you're angry, you know, you want him to pay for whatever you guys went through, but he only did to you what you did to him. You cheated on him with Talib Kweli. You came home and told him you cheated on him with Talib Kweli. You wanted to cause drama between him and Talib Kweli. That didn't go down. And so now Sam's frustrated because you continue to cheat. So now he starts cheating and you're mad. Well, you asked for it. So the marriage starts falling apart and you want the family to sit and watch you now be physical with this man because you're trying to bait him and make him be physical back so you can send him to jail. And while we stayed out of it, once you decide you're going to take him to court to bait him and ruin his life, we can't let another black man go to jail for nothing. So that's where it had to stop. And so that's where her real built up anger is with the family, because one of the cousins, Danica, who was the witness to her trying to abuse Sam and then him kind of defending himself, didn't really beat her up, but defending himself. She showed up to court, and because she was really young, her mom showed up too.
Okay, that's all I wanted to play. The reason why I wanted to play that is because it struck me a little bit when I heard someone say, I've been talking to Sam Sr. The way that they said it, it kind of like, made me a little wondering. So I do remember there was one time that I said that I felt like one of the family members, you know, had went a little bit further with Sam, and I wanted to play that because this is what she said. She said, what was the anger? What caused the anger between her, Jag, and the family? She said that when Jag was out of town, when Jag was gone for weeks and months, Danica would come to their house. And when Danica wasn't at their house with Sam, then Sam would go to her Aunt Frances' house. Then she proceeded to say that she did all of these things to him or whatever with Talib Kweli, and she got mad because he did it back to her. She didn't name a woman or say there was another one. No, she said she just got mad because he did it back to her. And then when we went to court, when he put his hands on her, he didn't really beat her up. He roughed her up. As a woman, that's crazy. But when she said that, then she said that Danica was a person who went to court to talk against her. Am I tripping?
Yeah, but that's because of she did that because Sam didn't deserve what Jaguar was doing.
I agree with that. Sam didn't deserve what Jaguar was doing, but I just okay. I feel like that's kind of weird. Like, okay, the cousin Danica is at the house all the time, and then she said that Sam was cheating on her, but she didn't say with who. And then when her and Sam broke up and he wanted to leave her, Danica was there at the court in support of Sam. That's just like so weird to me.
Even they said they all went and testified.
No, she said that it was Danica, and because Danica was so young that she took her mother. That's what she just said.
That's what Sam, but she been to court a lot.
Yeah, but I know. But I was just kind of like thinking, talking about that one little particular situation, because like it would explain her anger. She might have felt like one of her family members was inappropriate with her husband or something because they didn't have her back. I'm just like, when I'm thinking about it, it's answering why she's so angry with that side of the family, because before she told that story, she said that they were all good, like that they were really close, and everything was good up until that point. So I guess that was a significant breakdown in the family.
So Sam, are you trying to say is they wasn't doing all this complaining about that until she got with Sam? Now all of a sudden her and Sam breaking up, now she's a problem.
And also I know that I'm going to get it for this, but I just got to speak my mind, you guys.
Thank you, Maud. Devin.
Just be careful, okay?
Yeah. All right. Okay. Never mind. Let's just keep moving. Let's just keep going.
Right. Somebody says, "Hey, love, I understand what the lady is saying. It was done to me." Okay.
Oh,
hey, Maud. Thank you so much.
I'm not alone. Somebody understood. It never happened to me, but like as a woman, I will never forget listening to that part saying, well, dang, she leaving something out. Did Danica sleep with Sam? Because you said that Danica was always at Sam's house and Jack got mad, but she didn't have the right to get mad because of what she did with Talib Kweli. And then you said Danica was at the court with Sam to support him. And she brought her mother because she was so young. I feel like she brought her mother so that it wouldn't look like she was there supporting him because they were sleeping together. That's why she brought her mom. I had to say it, okay? I'm going on mute.
Okay. Now I just want to show this little clip. This is not Jaguar, but this tells you this lady spoke out from the Pussycat Dolls, and she's just giving you a little hearsay, a little say so what's going on. This is from Night and Day. I was gonna play it myself, but I couldn't find it no more on Instagram. But let's go.
Blacks don't mess around. We different from 90.
Cuddy gang, cuddy gang, cuddy gang, cuddy gang.
Kaya Jones claimed she was told to get rid of her unborn baby when she was a part of the Pussycat Dolls. A former member of the Pussycat Dolls claimed she was forced to terminate a pregnancy in order to remain a part of the girl group. When asked to allegedly push the abortion, she cryptically responded, "The powers that be." Jones, now 38, claimed she succumbed to the pressure because she felt she was at the height of her career and really not wanting to lose her job. She further alleged that if other dolls were to get pregnant, they would be fired, and so she got rid of her child in between rehearsals. In a recent interview with Speak Out on the Student for Life YouTube channel, Kaya speaks out exposing the powers that be in the music industry.
The things you mentioned about being in the Pussycat Dolls was that it wasn't necessarily a girl group, but it felt more like a prostitution ring. I'm so curious to hear you kind of explain that to us.
Well, and I think Britney Spears also has said this very eloquently, and it's hard to say this because it's not something that makes us look good. It doesn't frame the person speaking on this issue correctly. But Britney Spears also said that she felt like someone being trafficked. That's a very heavy statement because that's a very real issue in the world today. What does being trafficked feel like? What does being prostituted feel like? It feels like you're a slave, literally, to your dream, and the powers that be are holding the keys to the kingdom. You have no access to personal thoughts, space, choices, decisions. You are a owned commodity.
The key thing I wanted you guys to hear, I know it's talking fast, but he had to speed it up. Maybe he didn't want a copyright strike. But you notice she said, when you get into that business, you are a slave to your dream. You are a slave to your dream. You are owned by them. Jaguar can't even play her own music in her car. She got to play everybody else's stuff. She can play some of her stuff, But every time she play it, somebody else get paid. And that's not just her. That's this industry. They're owned. They are owned. I don't know if she's going to explain it in here or not, but them, when you say the word handlers, that's a real word. The handlers is for real. People can say, hey, you signed in for it. Yeah, but see, it's a lot of things they don't tell you when you sign up for it. That's the way you found them some way. You found them one way. A lot of that extra stuff is not in the contract. You know, it didn't say, hey, you can't have a baby in the contract. It didn't say, oh, you're going to marry who I want you to marry. Oh, so what, Nay? I don't know. You know, so a lot of things people like, well, you know what you got yourself. No, a lot of times they do not know what they got themselves into. And people are speaking out. A lot of people are living in hell. A lot of people, this industry that made them take themselves out. A lot of them is on, some of them is on corners. They was in movies, memorable movies, like my man from the 5 Heartbeats. Look how he look now. You got a lot of people that's been in that business that if you see them now on the street, they are unrecognizable. And then whoever wasn't mentally ill being in this industry, they have now became mentally ill. When ninjas gonna have a slavery vote? See, even though you a slaver, even though you a slave in a lot of these contracts, the problem is a lot of them sign it, but they don't tell you all the extras. But now they own you. Now they own you. And it's not, and money is the furthest thing. Is the furthest thing that's on their mind. I'm not going to highlight that poetic, but yeah, that's what she said. The 5 Heartbeats look great. Heartbeats away from the, no, just one, just already came, That could be true, Miss Leah. That could be true. That part is true too, King Cav. That part is true, but it's not going to stop people. But you got to remember, what's old to us is new to these new common artists. A lot of these artists probably don't know who Prince and Michael Jackson is. Because when the devil come with smiles and bring gifts. Devil don't come to you all evil and ha 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 ha. They come, hey, how you doing? You are the best. Girl, you know, or boy, you know what we can do? We can have you all over the world. And even before they tell you that, they invite you to these parties. Hey, Trinity, they invite you to these parties. You have such a good time. They give you gifts. They even plant other artists to make sure other artists that you admire is at these parties. They be like, I don't know about your vacation this week, but I'm trying to bring this one in. Make sure you here. So when that person goes, they get to meet all the people they admire. They shaking their hands. So of course you're going to sign the contract because you're sitting in a place with people that you think is with people that are rich. People that are rich. are people that you assume to be rich, but you're in there and they're telling everybody, hey, this is going to be the next greatest star. This is going to be the next greatest star. This person is beautiful. So this is what they're telling these new kids who doesn't even know about the industry. They don't even know about the industry. So how do you keep, you have to keep letting people know these things. Exactly, Trinity. It's all hearsay, both sides, and that's the problem. No receipts or corroboration is all circumstantial. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. But remember, the younger generation have no idea who they are. They have no idea. So when these people come out and they speak, that's not for us. That's for the younger generation. We keep thinking they're talking to us. Yeah, we know these things, but the younger generation do not. So they have to keep putting it out there. So when they do sign these contracts and stuff, you're gonna sort of kind of know what you're getting yourself into. Sometimes you go to these parties, drink or eat something, and end up doing crazy stuff. Can't remember on the video, then get blackmailed. People don't know that part. People don't know that part neither. He spoke to you, Trinity? People don't know that when you go to these parties and stuff too, a lot of times when they put something in that drink, that's how a lot of them signed that contract too. And guess what? They got you on tape. They got you on tape. I've heard that. I have heard. That I have heard, Miyat. Hey, it's in the play. I'm doing fine, love. I don't believe Angela. A lot of them been Sam Cooke and Chaplin. List goes on. Again, the younger generation does not know. Does not know. And for the ones, once the information go out, it's out. If only Jag was free to actually speak on this, there is where she started and how she get to attacking other CCs and her husband. I don't know, too, Wavy Cam. Like I said, you have to add mental illness to her state of problems. And we can't get around that. We can't get around that.
Exactly. That's a fact. That's a fact.
And then, hopefully, as we all say, she gets the help that she needs. Mm-hmm. But on the flip side, she can't be herself if she take that medicine. She's gonna have to now be calm. She's gonna now have to talk right and act right. She doesn't want to do that. She doesn't want to do that. She wants to be a performer. She's gonna perform. So a lot of these things y'all mad about is nothing but a performance.
Yeah. Oh, I remember what I wanted to ask you a few days ago. You know how like
we about finished extending the play. You got to rewind that, but go ahead, baby.
Yeah, you know how like now how most people handle like PR issues, like a lot of the celebrities that's hot now. Sometimes I wonder, like the way that Jag handles issues is just so off to me and so like the wrong thing to do. But she'll come on with a smile and she'll talk a certain way, and it's almost like she feels like she's fooling us, even though we all know she's not fooling us. And I was like, I wonder, like, is that what she learned in media training, to just like smile and act like there's nothing going on? Like,
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying? Because it was a different time when she was getting her media training. Things have completely changed with social media. So I feel like she doesn't realize that part. I feel like she's still basically using old tricks. Like, you know what I mean? You can't teach an old dog new tricks or whatever. I feel like that's what she still does, instead of just being real. Nowadays, I feel like as an artist, as a public figure at all, I feel like nowadays people connect to the real parts of you, whether it's good or bad. So I feel like that she will get further with everyone just being honest and being real, about her mental illness, about being maybe scorned or bitter because of what happened. I feel like she would get so much more support if she was just real, if she kept it real.
But then you have to ask yourself, since she's performing, who is she performing for? She's performing for whom?
Exactly.
She's making somebody money.
A lot of people don't want to believe, but Jack still wants fame. Why wouldn't she still want fame? And at this point, she doesn't care how she get it. Yes, we do believe that.
I agree with that too. Yeah.
She feels cheated. That's exactly right. But she famous now for all the wrong reasons. But in her mind, I put on a hell of a show.
Oh yeah.
It might be wrong, but in her mind, I put on a hell of a show. Like since she was since she got out the business, where was her name everywhere?
Yes.
Where did everybody? Where did people have her name up in their mouths?
Social media.
Social media. That's
no, before social media. I'm saying right after she got out the game. As far as that, it's been a long time since her name was everywhere, even though for all the wrong reasons.
Right.
But her name is on everybody's tongue now, and not just the people that's in my age bracket who remember. Now it's all ages.
Did you hear the part where her sister was saying that when she was reaching out to her, like about at the end of last year, and she wasn't returning her calls, and she wouldn't answer or talk to Jack when Jack was calling her, when she was on a hiatus from social media before she came back out? She said 2 months before that whole situation happened at the barbershop, Jack was calling her and she wasn't answering. And she said that she only started reaching out after the situation at the barbershop that happened. I wonder why she wasn't answering for her then, and we won't know because that was the time when Jag was, for some reason, she couldn't talk. That's what Goomba said when he was asked about it, that he said she couldn't talk.
Jag, maybe somebody told her to shut up. But either way, but either way, even regardless of how we feel, we can say what we want. But we all know if we was in Jag life, we ain't dealing with her. Period.
Well, two Wavy Cam, since her family has spoken up, where were they if you're faulting Jag about her mom and her son? The family is now speaking up. Maybe that'd be a good question for the family. Why did they leave their mom and nephew in that situation? Not just Jag.
Yeah, what I got from that when Sean kind of danced, I ain't gonna say he danced around, he kind of asked it, but in a different way, I guess, because he's interviewing them. I do remember them saying that she was the golden child and that Jag mom wanted to live with her, because when he asked about it, she was like, because she wanted to be with Jag is the golden child. And that's when Suge kind of broke down how a child.
Oh, shush, Nene.
You know what I'm talking about though?
And they talk about because I'm just a snacking and she just blowing me up because
I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, when she was talking about growing up with the dad and the mom versus growing up with nobody. I mean with just a mom. So I think that was their answer to it. But
I think what it wasn't the fact that she was the golden child. The fact was she saw something in her child. So I think she was probably assumed to be treated better because she put a lot. She probably said, oh my God, my baby's talented. Because you got to remember, a lot of them go to church, they start singing. Remember, so maybe she started singing at church.
And this too,
maybe she moved the crowd then.
A mother knows their children. No matter what anybody say, a mother knows their children.
Yeah.
So I don't think that she was the special child. I just believe that she knew her child had something in her. I think she knew her child was special. I think she knew that she was gifted, And then I think that the father was the one that was jealous because they the one says they burnt up all her. You know how long it takes to imagine something and write it and put everything down on paper, even regardless of what it is. And the next thing you know, they they burn your ish.
And then did he burn it in her face?
I reckon so. They all knew. How are they supposed to reach out when every time at that point I wouldn't reach out? Yes, this is Sugar Love Cafe. Yes, it is.
But yeah, I agree because it's not safe. You know what I mean? But okay, because I know you wrapping up. Another thing had just came to me, right? Because when you said that we know we would not deal with her, I was like, we wouldn't.
No, we would not. You
right.
would not.
And I agree because it's not safe, right? I agree, it's not safe. But one thing that I was thinking about was like, I don't know if anybody has ever, went to the emergency room for a family member or something and saw a homeless person sitting outside, or went to a grocery store and saw a woman sitting outside with her kids or something. Because I done gave a woman $20 before at a Walmart that didn't have groceries before. I have stopped and get like when I was coming from the hospital from having my son, we was on the way to the car, and I'll never forget, it was a man sitting in front of the Subway on the ground. He didn't have anything, and he was talking to himself. And I got him something to eat, right? So what I'm trying to say is that, I don't get to ask them why they're there, what happened with their family. When a person comes to have help, right? We don't know exactly how horrible or good they are to their family. They could have done a lot of things to cause nobody to want to deal with them, to cause them to have to be on the street like that. But we don't know those things. The people who help them, we don't know those things because they're not famous. So they get a chance to do better and be better. But like with Jag, I'm just wondering how, like, because I hope that this is a good thing for her, and I hope she gets herself together. Either way, I don't have a dog in the fight, but I always wish the best for everybody. But she doesn't really get a chance like the average American to start over because of who she is and what she's done. The mark that she's made on
No,
YouTube.
she can start over. Thank you so much. She can start over. Only thing she has to do is have one good song, just like they always tell them in the business. All you do is come out. Look at R. Kelly. When after he sat up there, we done went to court. We done seen the tape. I'm talking about not this case. And then next thing you know, his whole life was going down. And then next you know, it's the key to the ignition, hot and fresh out the kitchen. Mama rolling that body, got every minute. Now all that was over.
Yes, it was a wrap.
All that was over.
Yep.
Bounce, 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 bounce. So all she gotta do, but she's still, even the cousin said she black, and then she stopped talking. So she stopped talking, as in, and when you blackball, that means you can't get the gigs. Like they cut her money off real good.
Well, too wavy. Maybe they should do what everybody else does to Jag. Call the police.
No, people always say independent. People don't understand. The media belongs to them. You understand what I'm saying? Even though you independent, unless you go back to the real old school days and selling stuff out your car or direct consumer or something. But if you blackball, that means who is gonna be your engineer? A song is not easy to make. That takes a group of people.
Right.
So you're gonna be independent. Who gonna make the record?
Right.
Even if it's underground, who's going to make the record?
You still
need
gotta have
somebody
a
to
spreadsheet.
scratch. You need the equipment. She ain't got no equipment. She ain't got no music. She ain't got no studio.
Mm-hmm.
Even if she do it in her house, that's gonna take work. And then it's not gonna even be mixed right and finished. That was the purpose of her going on to Solar and trying to get with the carbonation people, because they make music. That's why she was trying to gravitate to people who know how to make music, because they're going to help her. But anybody else, no, she's blackballed.
Yep.
That's what I'm saying. That's why but it's still not a finished product. It's not. Now, if she would have got some more people from Carbonation, which everybody thinking she wanted to be with the cult, but no, she wanted them to make her music, because that's what they do. They make music.
Yes, but you know, do you remember when before, I don't know if this was before or after the first time she got locked up, but she was like, come bring me this, or like it was almost like I could understand what
hey, Uncle Charles,
she was saying she wanted her to go get this and that, because when she was getting down ready to record, she was like, I see I'm gonna have to do this myself, because she wanted them to pull up her chair, put her like as it like she's still in the business, so like she's a superstar. And it's like they was looking, the Shaka was looking at her like, you better pull your own chair up. It was in that video on her channel. But I could tell, basically what I'm saying is I could tell she wanted them to work for her, whether it was subconscious or not.
Right, exactly. Even though she done what she did, but she was dry. They're like, nah, if nobody's going to work with you, then how do you even say no, you got to make this music first. Who's going to help her make the music
to
even put it out anywhere? And you have to remember, she's going to have to do it to herself, or maybe do it through YouTube or Instagram and see if people will buy it. But again, she's going to need a distributor for that, because if I'm blackballing, no, you can't use Spotify. You can't use this. It's a lot of things you cannot use when you're completely blackballed. So I know it sounds, people always say independent. Not independent means you independently got to have your own studio. You independently have to have everything is on you now, not the company.
And they still get distribution deals. They still will go get
and she can't get that.
Right, exactly.
And distribution would mean like on streams. That ain't happening. She's blackballed.
And literally the last people that was in her life, we watched her destroy that in 30 days or 90 days. I'll say 90.
That's if iTunes would take it. She's blackballed. She like that. She's cut off. She cannot do it independent because nobody's going to work with her. Yeah, she can't go independent because she needs what you call a team. She does not have a team. She don't have a team. And then every time she get ready to start something, her mental illness messes it up. She snapped in a minute.
Yes.
Nobody ain't going through all that.
That's what I be saying.
Nobody wants to work in a hostile environment. Yeah, it started out good. Now she's flipping out. Then she may want you, whenever she's ready, she's gonna have to get you up. Now go, no, wake up. That right now. This sound here, this sound there.
Yep.
So let's Let's not forget that. I keep telling you, we do understand what she's going through, but at the end of the day, you end up sick just dealing with her.
Right.
I tell you, their sickness get you sick. So even though a lot of people had a bad path in life, a lot of things has been done to them. Yes, our heart goes out to them, but it's their job. It's her job to take her medicine. It's her job now to fix. She have mental issues. It's her job to go to therapy. It's her job to go to the doctor. It's her job to take the pills. All of that's on her. So, even though it's something out there to help her, it's therapy, it's her medicine. Yeah, she got done dirty. Yeah, nobody listened to her or whatever, but this is beyond out spiraled.
I'm wondering, Shug, if she actually got help, would this really be now her reality, a reality check? If she had to stay in her longer than what was it, 21 days or something like that? Longer. Was she?
I don't know, because she's been arrested so many times, D, that even when the sister said, boy, when she come out, remember she sister specifically said, like, when she come out, Gina and Goober better watch it.
Yep.
I just hope
that's crazy. But do you
is dealing with her? Because that's her best place to go. I'm going to pray for her and everybody that was going
for sure
in their life that they can't get past or get help. It's hard to admit to your own self of the terrible things you went through, because it's shame and embarrassment. So when it's shame and embarrassment, you want to go run and hide. You want to do certain things to yourself, or the way she's acting, because I feel she just can't get over what happened to her. And I'm a mute.
And I do hear a lot of people say that narcissists cannot be healed.
No.
So Dr. Romney have even said that some therapists, psychologists, if they're not prepared or well versed on,
they'll trick them.
Yes, thank you. They'll trick them. So when she asked could she change, I was just thinking about that. Like, she can fool people to make people think she changed, but I don't know if she can really change.
See, the thing is, people can change. There will still be narcissistic people, but that does not take away the right that people know right from wrong. Just like people say they have no empathy or no feelings, right? Now, let's say a female, we don't have balls, but we know men have balls. We'll never know what it feel like. But if we kick them in it, we know they in pain, but we don't know what it feel like, but we know it's the wrong thing to do. So when somebody does that, it's on purpose, but it's the wrong thing to do. So yeah, you don't have to have empathy or sympathy and stuff like that, but you can start to check yourself. Right, it's the hardest thing to do when you are knocked, because you don't feel nothing, but you still know what's right and from what's wrong. Why? Because if they're getting ready to rob a bank, if they're a narcissist and they see Popo coming, first thing they're gonna say is Popo coming. Why? They know that's the wrong thing to do.
Right.
So
narcissists get worse as they get older. I heard that's what Dr. Romney said. She was like,
they do get worse, but their circle gets so much smaller.
If you don't realize you are sick, how he put a person, God dang, this thing is rolling so fast, I can't even keep up.
A person can't heal if they don't know or admit that they're sick, which is true. Which is true. But she has admitted that she's sick, but as she say, no F's given.
Right.
She say no F's given.
And it's hard to say you're wrong. That's for anybody, not just Jag. That's for anybody. When you wrong and somebody pointed out to you and say you wrong, it's hard for you to even acknowledge you are wrong. Trust me.
Yeah.
Done that.
And then imagine having to acknowledge that in front of people who you have put on these airs and said, you got 45 million and all of these unnecessary things because you were still going to get the same attention regardless. But just imagine having to acknowledge that after everything you've done and everything you said. That's even worse because it's not just your city. It's everybody. At least in the country.
Right. If she want, but the thing is, the narcissism is one thing, but she has like the manic episodes and stuff like that. That's where the medicine coming at, but the narcissists do get worse when they old, but that's the ones who end up in nursing home by themselves.
Yeah.
I want to tell a funny, Shug. I want to tell a funny story. Okay. Me and my mom was in the car, right? And she was just arguing with me. And I just said, okay, mom. Then we went to the store and I see my sister. I said, come and get your mom because she's driving me nuts. And my mom said, I'm not driving you nuts. You driving me nuts. Okay. Now, Sunday come church, right? She told the whole congregation that I put her out my car to give her to her child, which I did. I didn't lie. And my mom thought I was going to lie about it, right? So I stood up and said, yes, I did ask my sister to get her mama because she driving me crazy. I didn't put her out my car. What do I look like put my mom in my car? My mom would beat my tail at the age of 25 if I put her out my car. Now, see, that was funny to me because she thought I was going to say, no, I didn't. I said, yes, I did. I gave her to her other child. I told her other child to take her for a couple hours. I've had her all day. But that was that was funny to me because, stepping in church, they all in my face. Like, Sister Deanna, did you do this to your mother? I'm like, wait a minute. Am I being targeted? Because I didn't lie. But all these people up in my face, like, church folk, they will get, they at that church, they got in my face like, what is this? And my mom sitting over there laughing. Yeah, okay, it's funny, Mom. I got it. But he was laughing.
It pushes people away. Like,
it was just,
yeah,
she had help.
Yeah. But, I'm glad that I'm grounded in my faith and I know what I know. But that pushes people away. And I think Dave Chappelle even said one time, like, calling people crazy is just dismissive. Crazy is not even a good word. If you have mental health issues, cool. But I don't even think crazy is a diagnosis. I think it's just an insult. What do y'all think?
Well, yes and no. Okay, you said she's worse than a narcissist. See, the thing is, with every narcissist, they need supply. Just don't be the supply. You can't change them, but you could change you. You could change how you deal with people because you're going to see people with all types of mental illness. Your boss may be one. The person you work with, let's say you got a good paying job and that person driving you crazy. Are you going to not let your kids eat and give up a good job? Because you're going to find a way to stay far away from that person. Because they're going to still make their money. Jobs still need to be done. People go work through these measures all the time. Okay, we're going to talk less. Hello, good morning. That's it. You want to make sure you stay way over there, And sometimes when they got a lead through mouth or something, it's up to you if you get scared. If you know that they're not known for doing what they say they're going to do, like far as these threats, if you know them threats is not coming, but you do know that she will call Popo on you. Mm-hmm. She will do certain things, but then you'll deal with that when it get there. But far as, and your kids are this, and I hope they're this, and I hope they're that. Girl, before they finish the sentence, you should have been gone. Mm-hmm. Even when the sister was like, she got on us. No, babe, you should have hung that phone up immediately. Mm-hmm. You know, yeah, they're gonna keep calling back and forth, back and forth. That's a crazy cycle for the people that's in their lives. It's a crazy cycle. That cycle is crazy.
Well, when you poke the bear and the bear come back for you, please stop crying that you're the victim.
That's why I said,
Victim.
don't be the supply. Exactly.
Mm-hmm.
Do not be the supply.
It drives me nuts when people were picking with me and I call them out and then they want to call the popo on me. Well, wait, I told the popo, tell them to leave me alone and I'll leave them alone. It wasn't bothering them, they was bothering me. See how that had worked. Just tell them leave me alone and I'll leave them alone. But you don't poke someone and continue to poke and they don't poke back because they're going to poke at something they know is going to hurt. Your children is going to hurt you when they poke at you about your children.
They're close cut. Ego, confidence, and narcissism are close cut. Yes, yes, yes. That's why I say that we always have to continuously have. And if you look at most of my videos, I'm always speaking upon narcissism and stuff like that. You have to know how to deal with it because a lot of ones you know, but they got that mask on their face and you don't know. Up until they're mad at you or you didn't give them something, then that mask come off. You're like, I thought this was a nice person on earth, and it just changed on me. No, they was always that person, but something you were supplying them.
Like you said, you can meet people on a job like that. I've met a person on a job like that. I had to introduce her to Deanna Jones. I can be just like you, honey, but I can be worse than you. But yes, I've met one, and we was nice to each other, and there was something she told me to do, and I wasn't going to do it. And boy, did she flip! She flipped totally out, and everything was my fault. My fault. Well, what did I do? You told me to do something was against the policy, and I said no. But that's how they operate.
Yeah, me, I was kind of fortunate because I had PMS real bad. It's called PMD. I was nothing to bother. Believe me, you didn't want none of this. So a lot of people kind of steered clear. Steered clear.
The Leo coming out.
No, PMS, baby. I had that bad PMS. Man, it wasn't for damn ice cream, girl. I'd be doing time like crazy. Ice cream, that butter pecan, which doesn't taste no more. But I can't eat it no more now. But when I was able to eat my Haagen-Dazs butter pecan ice cream, that's when it was real ice cream. I don't know what they make it now. It tastes like the regular ice cream. Now I'm like, no, I want Haagen-Dazs. What the F is this? Now it tastes. Now you might as well buy the cheap ice cream because Haagen-Dazs tastes just as cheap. I'm very upset, but I can't eat that no more anyway.
Now you see what happened? She was able to eat that ice cream, and now she can't eat that ice cream. Now she's very upset.
I'm very upset here. Yes. then I was going to do a parent abuse on my son. I was going to call Popo on him and get him arrested, right? I think it's parent abuse. Because I'm serious. He don't know he in trouble. Because I don't appreciate that you putting stuff further back where I can't reach it. And I have to call you to come get it. You want to tell me I'll get the step ladder? No, I had the stuff pushed to the front. Why is it to the back? But these young men, I like to say, stop doing your parents like that when you know your parents are shorter than you. I think that is abuse too. I'm serious. That is abuse. I'm sorry.
Parental abuse.
That's parental abuse. And I think they do that on purpose. So you can call them and they don't hear you.
My nephew does.
If you know I can't reach that, damn it. Why you keep playing with me?
Get the step ladder.
No, I ain't getting no step ladder. I put it where I want to put it. Sure, I don't feel like stepping on no. No, you the step ladder. Now go and get my stuff.
Listen, Sugar, I already did my stretches today, and the laughter always makes I think laughing so hard really makes my body hurt because I be laughing too hard.
See, it depending on how you talk about Jaguar, she's not going to be a disappearing act. Now, if
No,
you're
she's
talking
not.
about her, like far as like how we talk about it, like in an educational like department, because it's a lot you can learn from her, because she brought a lot of stuff to the light that people been hiding for years.
Yeah, that's why I said she's educating us. If people look at it that way, that's what it is. That's how I look at it.
So she educated you on if you want to say narcissism. She I know, right? But Trinity, they be starting with me. No, I can't reach the goddamn thing. I had a good try the other day, and then he sat there. I'm looking for my damn lemon cookies, right? He put my lemon cookies in the back of my lemon cookies in the back of the daggone refrigerator, and on top of that, he opened them. Cause I don't put everything to the front. I'm like, where my damn cookies at? And I can't even see. You can't even see because I can't even see. It's way to the back. And then I saw my cookies. And I said, go get my cookies. Then he opened it. I said, that's parent abuse. I'm sick of this. Every time I go to go get something, I got to go get.
Stop it, Sugar. You talking about some cookies? Is that them lemon Oreos?
Yeah, but I ain't saying their name to Oreos. Cut my check. Cut my check. That is parent abuse. Y'all better stop acting like y'all don't. Where our short mothers at? Where is our short mothers at? Stop acting like them sons don't be doing that to you. That is parent abuse.
I'm short. Mm-hmm.
Parent abuse. Oh, you 5'9", baby. in my dreams.
All right, Trinity.
In my dreams.
Oh, short people get no respect.
No respect. God damn it.
Oh shoot, I get treated that way too, but my stuff be hiding too. That's why you couldn't find your snacks. Your son behind your snacks.
No, that was the one I had in the stash. And he found the stash one and hid it from me. Just even though it was still on the same refrigerator, it was just he put it to the back.
I got to mute.
That's abuse. So I was gonna call the authorities on him. Shit. Talk about, listen, that's fair. That's mother abuse. Parent abuse to the T. And then I can see if, like, the minute you call them and they come jumping, like, yeah, and be your ladder and stuff. But no, you have to go through a whole bunch of bullshit to get them to go get something that they put up where you can't get it in the back of a shelf. Or ain't nobody tell you to put that up there.
Well, would you look at this? Everybody putting their height in check. Come on. Some of y'all are some short people just like us, but some of y'all tall.
That's right, Marcy. That's what I'm trying to tell Marcy. That's what I'm saying.
It is rough.
That's what I'm saying. That's terrible.
That's why they do this on what? Short people.
Terrible.
I'd have lost about 20 pounds. Oh, you spent time with Prince?
Yeah, she was in his video. Which video?
Which video? I don't care. Prince was the
I'm out gay. All right, King Kev, enjoy the rest of your Saturday night.
Oh, wait a minute. He is
pizza. Don't eat too much pizza because you're going to get constipated.
Oh, have a good time, Kev. Have a good time.
I got 21 kids at lock at my youth. Don't eat too much pizza. You're going to get constipated. You know you're getting old now.
throw some pizza across the sky.
Peace, Kev. Peace, Kev. Have a good night.
Oh, Lord. How tall are you, Alexis? Are you a short people?
My short people know, and these damn kids are terrible. They do shit. They terrible, and I believe that's
with brown eyes.
not even is that.
How tall are you? Did she say 5'9" too?
Yeah, not even is that parent abuse. That's senior abuse. You name it. It's abuse, and abuse. Name it. These damn kids do it to us. The kids do it. That's my. Oh my goodness! You know what? When my daughter came out, that song has so much meaning. Let me see, Trinity. I think I remember you.
Girl in the world.
I think I remember you.
Maybe we listen to some
I
Prince.
think I remember you, girl. That's one of my favorite songs.
Let me see.
Bar.
How's it gonna?
You gonna touch my heart right there, Trinity. You gonna touch my heart, baby. My 12-year-old is already 5'5". She's my ladder, not even a step. You out, Barbie? Okay, baby, take care.
Bye, Barbie. I can't spell sometimes.
Yeah, but I was saying, you know, if we hope she disappear, but if you doing it in a good way, there's a lot of things it's a lot of things that we have to start looking at if we want to make a change moving forward. Like we have learned, listen to your kids, listen to what they have to say. They tell you something, believe them. Now, if they're proven wrong, then you handle your child. Then that means you now have to do something to your child. If your child is come out to be a liar, but you never supposed to not believe him, but not believe them. You know, so we have learned there's so much secrets in the family. So how do we make the next generation better? So once we make the next generation better, then it's going to get better. So we can't go back. We cannot go back in time and fix our generations. It's already effed up. It's up to them if they would like to fix it.
And just like Deanna just said, you have to admit that, you know, that just like Jack got to admit that she's wrong about, you know, things
she
that
doesn't have to admit it because in her mind, she's not wrong.
Right. But I think she was just saying coming to the realization that she needs to change or something needs to change.
The same way I used to say when he used to come down to Nature Nut. And he'd be like, oh, come on back. You know, I like, Lord, if you go back there. I said, narcissist people don't forget nothing.
They get you back.
And every single thing you do.
Yep.
Even if you think it's small.
Yep.
They don't forget nothing. And the minute they gaslight you, baby, and then the next thing you know, the horrors of hell start falling down on your head, and you're wondering why.
I see it, Trinity.
Do you remember when we was all trying to warn Velvet of that, and she went back and she was so happy, and we literally saw him turn on her right before our eyes when he made her talk about Olmec.
No, I wasn't in that. And I'm just now learning when she's doing the videos. That's my first time.
Yeah, it was crazy.
So the same rule applies. So if they feel you, I mean, it is bad if you really don't do nothing to. You could just say the wrong thing, but if they perceive it in their mind, you are a threat, baby, or you have like one of them said, you didn't do like what she said, like her commands or what she wanted. That's when she went oblivious. You know, and you disobeyed her. Same thing. That was the same thing with Nature. Disobey him if you want to. You'll be right in the closet.
Remember the dude we made go home, and the dude didn't even have a way home. He had to, like, he literally dropped him off at the bus stop, I believe. The dude who had, like, I think he had something going on with his leg or his foot. He was a Caucasian boy in Costa
But at
Rica.
least they dropped him off. They just left over. They just left over on my ass there.
Yeah.
God damn. They just left his ass after took
Yep.
his woman. You just left his
Left him.
ass there like bye. They didn't even tell him goodbye. Motherfucker woke up, everybody gone. I'm like, damn. Everybody gone. But I just want to let this lady finish out because this from the Pussycat. Don't you wish your girlfriend was hot like me? Don't you? But that's her.
Prostitution ring. I'm so curious to hear you kind of explain that to us.
Well, and I think Britney Spears also has said this very eloquently, and it's hard to say this because it's not something that makes us look good. It doesn't frame the person speaking on this issue correctly. But Britney Spears also said that she felt like someone being trafficked. That's a very heavy statement because that's a very real issue in the world today. What does being trafficked feel like? What does being prostituted feel like? It feels like you're a slave, literally, to your dream. And the powers that be are holding the keys to the kingdom. You have no access to personal thoughts, space, choices, decisions. You are a owned commodity. You're not allowed to think for yourself, feel for yourself, date for yourself, want for yourself. What you eat has been decided for you. Where you live is going to be decided for you. Who your friends are is decided for you. Who you date. Ultimately, you can't have a child. I mean, they're like the level of control is to a point of like, who am I? I can't tell you how many times I had to push men off of me, tell them no. There was no one in my corner. And I think that's where Britney and I, when we're saying what we're saying it from a place of when you feel like you're cattle and you're controlled and you just want everything to go smoothly, like just go in through this door, just go in through there, or just do what they say, because you don't want to deal with the fact that standing up for yourself becomes exhausting. And every day you try to stand up for yourself, but you're so tired, you're so hungry. And ultimately, it's like, well, if I stand up for myself, will I be able to support myself and my family and all of these?
If you can't sleep, you got post-traumatic stress syndrome from being.
Now, I heard a clip of that, right? So, Jack had to go through that too. On top of the mental illness, you had to go through that too. Where you are not you no more. You are not you. I wonder why the sister won't fly out. That's what I was thinking, Stephanie. Why you don't fly out and ride back with your mama? Why the sister won't fly out and drive back with the mom instead of riding the bus then with Jack? We'll have the car and Sam Jr. can catch the bus. That's exactly what I was thinking. I'm like, why would you put her on a Greyhound by herself?
Now, that's the best question of all. Why couldn't they have flown out there or even drove themselves to pick them up? Where are they at? How far are they away from where Mom and Sam is at?
No, that I'm talking about the sisters, Marcy. I'm like, why would you let her get on that Greyhound by herself? I mean, take a plane out there and then go get your mother. Make sure she has her medicine. See, it's not like you will have to go there and make sure, because you don't want her to be on that long behind ride. What if she don't have her insulin and this and this and that?
Mm-hmm.
So you will have to go to make sure when she come home, she has all the things, her medically, all the things that she needs. Because remember, everything was taken from her, and whatever is in that hotel is whatever's in that hotel. They had took the daggone truck with all of their stuff in there.
Wow.
So that's what make you will want to go back and say, hey, even if you got to speak to her doctors, you will want the records from her doctors and everything. Maybe you need to go out there for a day or two, just to make sure when you get her back home, everything is straight. You could take her to the new doctor. You may want to make sure her sugar is good. These things you will want to check before you put her on that daggone bus.
Mm-hmm.
She may not have her ID, but she still has a doctor. She was getting her medicine. You may want to, that's the time now. Has she been coming regular? Do she go regular? You will want to make sure all of that's in place. Y'all saying that she's not all the way there. So if she's not all the way there, y'all expect her to pack up. Who's going to take her to the Greyhound? And then me, people could do what they want to do. But me, I'm not going on, if it was my mother, I'm not going on social media to tell y'all nothing. I'm going to be on my mom's first. Well, if you see me on social media, I'll be sitting right there with my mom's.
That's why I was looking at him sideways.
No, Jack don't have a car. Jack don't have a car, Stephanie. That's a rental. Sam is going with his father. The mother is not leaving Blessed forever. Now, if they was on a bus together, that'd be good. But again, Jack left her mother in that situation. It's crazy. Yeah, we know that. Meanwhile, she's hopping and hollering, saying everyone else got warrants, and boom. That happened to her the last time when she went saw herself
for the
going
entire
to
family too, Shug.
And then the crazy part is, And the crazy part is, every time she go to get somebody arrested, it's her ass that is arrested.
I mean, but they keep saying it's Jack's fault, Jack's fault about her mother. But now the family comes out and speak. It's their fault too. Regardless if the mother didn't want to leave Jack, it's still their fault. It's their mother. So if you keep hollering about Jack put him in this position, well, so did the other family put their mother in that position. You should have been checking up on your mama. That's the thing. So, yeah, okay, I'm a mute.
I mean, unless the mother cut off contact with them, I don't know. So she could be under Jack. We don't know. Should have been in her own corner and chose self. They can't control your image, but you are responsible for you, and self-karma sucks. Celebs submit surrender to false self, imitating image for fame. Yeah, they do that. But the thing is, if they don't speak out for the younger youth, then what? Like if we don't speak upon these things, how do the younger youth? We know. See, us older folks keep thinking younger folks know what we know. They don't. Because if they get to them first, if they got a talent, you got to understand these kids are sought out when they're young. Same way my son was playing football and the guy was standing right next to me. And I'm like, move on over. And I'm like, who are you? He was like, yeah, we are scouters. And I'm like, but these are little kids. He said, yeah. He said, we follow them throughout their lives. They just don't know. They just don't know. I was like, wow. So when they got an eye on a kid, they're going to know where his games is at to see, like, if he stay that way, does he get better? Does he improve? So you already scouted out when you're young. So imagine doing talent performances or whatever. A lot of your kids is targeted and you don't even know. So some of them think, oh, I made it. No, you made it because you was already targeted. They already know these things. Yeah. But a lot of these basketball and football players, they've been watched since they was like 5 years old, 6 years old. They've been watched. How do you think a lot of that footage be done? A lot of the parents ain't putting the footage out there. That's them scouters putting them damn that footage together. How you think we see them when they was young playing football and all? No, their parents didn't put that out. When you be watching these shows on TV and they be showing them how they be running and playing, their parents didn't take no camera back then. Who did it? Anyone can get power of attorney. It's just a notarized statement of intention to be careful about. Just that wasn't no handy cam facts. Jaguar around here saying her mother's money is her own. That's is what it sent me. Well, maybe she felt like I gave them all my money. I want hers back. But like I said, she's so blackballed, and everybody brought it back. Everybody brought it back to life. So she didn't lose technically. She didn't lose. She won. Everybody's talking about her. She is so up there in the analytics. It's crazy. She's up there in the analytics. Everybody's talking about her. Good, bad, ugly, indifferent. She is trending. She is trending. What they should have did, and if the mother got the right state of mind at that point, she go where she go. I wouldn't be on social media if I felt my siblings was so mentally ill that they could take Jack to court if they felt the fight for. And I am surprised no one's talking about how Boomba threatened to unalive women. It's sad. Nobody wants to talk about Boomba because everybody hates Jack. So anything Boomba does is good, which is it's not. It's not.
Yep, that is so true. Goomba is the prize. He is a good person. He would never hurt nobody. Allegedly.
Y'all gotta remember, Papa Ting is Dame Dash clothing line. That's not Sean's word. That's Dame Dash word. Dame Dash has a clothing line called Poppin' Ting. So y'all better be careful for Dame Dash sue your ass. Don't go around putting it on your clothes because it's already a clothing line called Poppin' Ting. My sister took over my mom as power attorney. She passed my. Oh, I'm sorry. My sister took money, house, and everything. Wow, exactly. And just because she sits up and seem all innocent, them be the worst ones. Jack just say, y'all don't know my husband. I could tell. I don't even have to know him. I can tell. And then her herself, when she said, yeah, he did do these type of things. Mm-hmm. And then that girl even said he threw stuff at her. Mm-hmm. Everybody talking about he abused my ass. He was enjoying the ride. And he wasn't. And then his family became public enemy number 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 when they said what they said about her son, where she was able to hear it. Exactly, but nobody gonna speak upon Boomba. Nobody gonna speak upon Boomba. Now I don't know what's supposed to happen. Cause when that girl come home and her mama and her son ain't there, oh my gosh. Oh my. Her son, and you know for a fact that that's her only living son. She ain't letting that boy stay with that father. No. They better give her her 2 crutches back. She need her crutches. They better give her crutches back. La 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 goomba. But anyway, guys, I appreciate each and every one of you. I just happened to wake up late, so that's why I'm on late. Oh, she gonna be ready for her now? Whoopie-doo. Whoopie-doo. That's congratulations. She's ready for her now. After all this damage is done, congratulations. Now you're ready for her. Well, all righty. Congratulations. I honestly feel Jag is not mentally. They the one said it, not me. Deeply disturbed and unhealed, but not ill. She's highly intelligent, yet consistently publicly ill-mannered. But I question why all her viral videos come from her.
Yes, two-way cam. Yep. Yep. All I can say is yep.
Gerald wants a congratulations for getting a job while living in another woman's house while still married and everyone. Yeah, I'm like, whoever. I'm like, I'm not praising that shit. You're not doing better. Doing better is getting a goddamn divorce and doing what you got to do. Which, again, you ain't getting away taking her man like that. No. Women better stop acting like you will go for it. Oh, he don't want you no more. No, he does want it. He just can't put up with her bullcrap. That doesn't mean he don't. He didn't stop loving her overnight. That's why he went back to somebody that's familiar. Because he didn't stop loving her overnight. So I ain't trying to hear that. With no money, no car, no home, where's she coming home to? The hotel, a hotel, motel, Holiday Inn. One of them she coming back to, but she will be by herself. Because she's not friends with that girl no more. Justine, they're not friends no more. Unless she decides to change her mind. I don't know. So, I don't know. And she might be causing more havoc. Who knows? When she come out, she might be saying some more stuff. That's the thing. Yeah, but TT is in Washington, D.C. She in Texas. Hopefully they will help get her set up before that I hope too. But anyway, guys, we are out of here, and I'm going to take it out.
Thank you all. Thank
Chrissy
you all.
song.
Had a wonderful build. Have a good evening. Stay
yes,
blessed.
we did. Thank you, my sweet Deanna.
You're welcome, Miss Sugar Love.
I'm going to take you out with Chrissy. My girl Chrissy song.
It's a wrap. Bye-bye.
Well, hold on. Where's that now?
Oh, sure.
Oh, here you go.
Oh.
But luckily, Cupid shot me at the right time. I just want to protect you.
Thank you all. Thank you all. If you haven't subscribed,
before I even met you, it's like,
hit that
damn,
subscribe
fuck
button, baby.
Casanova, Umbrella, Romeo, and Juliet. They knock
Y'all
us
have
down,
a
but we get up. You my lady
night.
at Macbeth. I touch you.
Yes, everyone rest well.
Hello.
Now, Snella. Nice sugar.
Good night, my love.
It's important we should make a gardens. I know you
with a K, baby.
can't both ignore. I know it's important we should make a gardens.